dummy.
That was some dumb ass bars that way. God damn, boy. But yeah, man, that shit is an acquired taste, man. Once you drink that shit, you'll be good to go, man.
Who you gonna try that again?
Is it inquired taste?
Huh?
You said it's an inquired taste.
You know, I want to talk to you about something. And I'm glad that you brought this up.
What's up?
We have one of our listeners brought to my point how you always try to correct me on stuff that I've been said right that you think that I said wrong, but then they be like, why did he fuck with you?
We all do it.
I think
can't
you
name a
lead
time.
the league in that shit.
Yeah, he do.
You lead the league in that shit, bro. Like literally, like you be waiting for the moment
Like how you
nigga to
waiting
fuck
for
up.
and
Like how you just sat there and argue. I didn't say y'allas. Remember that?
Nah, you
But
did.
I said it. I did. But you waited for me to fuck up.
No, I didn't. I just happened to hear it.
But sometimes,
on time.
Man, but you do, and then what was funny was
Shit, I heard the shit.
What was funny was you turned around and you said some shit super damn wrong, but nobody caught you.
When I say it wrong, I be looking to see who caught me though.
Yeah, but honestly, that time I don't know if nobody even. It was so smooth. You was smooth with it on that. I don't know, man. You just it was last podcast too. He said something.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I said a lot of shit wrong.
I think it was Jerusalem. Then with the shoe. Then he said Jerusalem or something. He said.
I probably said it right. It's probably just the way I say that word.
And that's what they were saying when you was bothering me about whatever it was that I said.
Nah, sometimes the word be wrong. But sometimes
it's only
right.
one person who fucks up the whole word. now, don't get me wrong. In his defense, we do mess up words, but it's one person that just
consistently.
Nigga mess up the. Fucking messed up the. Okay, you right. Fix that shit right quick.
Hold on. Wait.
Big gulp. You gotta take a big gulp and get his word out.
Big gulp.
Big gulp. That nigga, you can hit a nigga throat.
Fuck y'all.
Y'all know what I meant.
Here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stop.
I'm tired.
And I'm motherfucking Hootie, man.
And damn.
What up?
I'm Joe. Joe.
Can't get ready. Can't get ready. Say he was gonna play like Todd for Halloween, so he ain't coming. Said, fuck it.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 55, right, Des?
Yeah, you bitch.
I think so.
We have
double nickel. With the double nickel on
yeah,
well,
we climbing up the charts.
Yeah.
It's episode 55. It's Friday, October the 18th, man. And we here, man. It's still a month of pink. It's still breast cancer awareness. We still in this thing, man. We recording late, as usual. This kind of typical Friday for us, man. We feeling good. My man Joe, he not here tonight. He had to take care of some personal business, and we gonna keep the show rolling. How you feeling, Hootie?
He had to go grocery shopping. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, man. Just good week.
I know what it was. He got spooked. Ty was back.
Yeah, he was scared Ty was back. Thought Ty was gonna come back with that shit for him.
Yeah.
That hot. You got that hot fire? Hot fire.
If a nigga ain't here, I ain't just finna
You gonna be
talking about him for hours on end. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know a nigga.
Is that a shot?
That's how you know you're being missed. I'm just saying.
What's the over under this week?
Todd is Todd. I'm gonna go 3.5. Let's go 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
3.5 is dope.
So we had one already.
Yeah, one. Okay.
I don't think Todd gonna make it. Drink up, Todd.
Right. He already got scared.
I'm going.
Okay, but yeah, man, it was good, man. It was cool, man. I learned some shit. Nigga always learn some shit during the week. But I learned
some shit.
You tell
me. You always learning some shit.
And I learned that you gotta learn some shit.
Thank you.
If you don't, you ain't learning shit.
Who the logic? When I learned it wasn't cool, but when he learned it, you gotta learn some shit.
Well, I had to learn.
Just like what he told us, oh man, we don't need to take off. You know, I learned we need to take off. Fucking right, you gotta take
when
off.
he wanted to take off and do some shit.
I told y'all who the logic
it only benefits him.
No, that's just
Come
me.
on, Henry.
That's me.
Henry Pugh. Tell him you agree with him.
He will, because that's me coming full circle saying that I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was.
But you don't agree at the time when it's correct logic.
Because at that time I didn't agree.
He don't want to be wrong at the time.
Right.
People change, man.
just like man, I can't.
Sometimes
get right,
sometimes you don't believe shit when you ain't been through it.
Like, did you hear last week? My man said he drove to New Orleans to go to sleep. No, you didn't. I don't care what you say. You didn't say, I'm finna get in my car and drive to New Orleans because I want to go to sleep.
Well, no, I didn't say it that way. But y'all niggas are crazy, man. Like, I'm
give it to him again.
Hell no. Fuck you, Dad. You a dummy. Fuck you. But no.
See what I'm saying?
So let me explain.
The whole week.
Let me explain.
Okay, go ahead.
So
make this make sense. Here it comes.
But don't let me forget
Get your finger on it.
Don't let me forget that I learned some shit.
Okay.
Right.
He learned.
Basically, what I was saying is I went all the way to North. That wasn't my purpose, but when I got there, all I did was slept.
Hootie.
So if I'm gonna go there to make some money off a weed sale for $500,000, I would do that.
Me and Can't Get Right knew that last week. That's what we was trying to tell you. You didn't go there to go to sleep. You said, yes, I did. I went there to go to sleep. I knew my mama was gone.
You did say that shit too.
Y'all niggas don't know how to read. Calm down, Todd. Your ears are flapping.
You said it. What you
I did say it. I said it, but
He won't fight.
I ain't can't get right. I ain't can't get right. Fuck y'all. And my point still stands. I went all the way to New Orleans, did nothing but sleep. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, that might be what happened once you got there, but
and
that's
so
not what you went there to do.
And when I look at it
Can't
like
Get
that,
Right even said you didn't leave Birmingham to drive way to New Orleans to go to sleep.
who listens to Can't Get Right, man?
Hey, he was right. Don't try to
He
get
was wrong.
wrong.
Can't get wrong.
He was right then.
Nah, he was wrong.
But what you learned, man?
I learned we had me and Grace went to this little play Sunday. It was called, the title was You Married the Ring and Not the Man. But fuck that. We didn't do it for that. We just went and we went backstage, shit, shot photos and all of that shit. And I just learned I don't like that shit. That shit is lame. And it's just like that whole backstage atmosphere and people thinking they're more than what they are and everybody's famous and nigga, we left before the play started.
I bet.
That's
what I be like.
What was the name of the play again?
You Married the Ring. It was a big ass play. I ain't know it.
I've never heard
You married the ring and not the man. Basically saying like women just want the ring. I guess.
Gotcha.
Because we didn't stay to find out. But we was out like Thursday or Friday night just shooting pictures. We saw them. They came. They're like, hey man, y'all should come to the place. You take some pictures, shit like that. I'm like, okay, cool. We think that'll be a cool experience. Nah, wasn't a cool experience.
But that's what I be saying all the time, man. Like, we've taken a lot of lumps and bruises over the years to know what's not for us. Like, that's like trying to be a pocket passer in the wishbone. Like, you know that ain't for you, man. Get out that lane.
No, I just wanted to go take pictures.
I feel you.
That's all. But then once I peeped the scene, and
people, fake, unimportant ass people be back there.
You're right, like people so superficial. And like we saw the girl who had the 15th kid, the light-skinned lady.
Kiki White.
She was there. And like Grace was taking a picture. She didn't even see her walking up. But Grace was taking a picture. And they walked in Grace's past and were like, no pictures until she puts her outfit on. Like, oh, that's Kiki Wyatt, but you walked in my picture. We didn't know who you was.
Right.
We wasn't even taking it of you.
Damn, bro.
Like, you so important that we can't take a picture. And she looked good, fool. Like, she was pretty. And that's just how superficial people are.
When you at that level, like you got your image and your brand mean a lot, though.
It does, but like I would never want to.
I'm gonna be like that when by the end of this year when the podcast get to jumping. Hey, look, no pictures to my mic a certain kind of way, goddamn.
Fuck that.
That's gonna be Todd, stunningly handsome.
Y'all know who that's gonna be complaining about the picture.
Can't.
You know who's gonna complain about.
That nigga said, man, why you complaining looking like yourself?
Nigga look exactly like himself and he mad at me. You picked it. Nigga, you looked it. You look like that. I ain't pick you to look like that. Blame you for that shit, nigga.
So you can help the picture, guy.
Nigga act like you drew him.
Let me edit. Let me Photoshop his face this way. Point his lip
he picked that picture for me to look like that.
You made my feet crooked. No, I didn't, fool.
I'm so glad he ain't here. I just had a flashback to Ireland. Yeah, Taz ass up. I might need to get on that over and under.
I think we all over right now.
I'm just the same, guy.
Tie his ass up our podcast.
But yeah, man, week was good, man. How was your week, though?
Man, it was a week of recovery for me, man.
You sound like you still recovering.
No, I'm good now though, but yeah.
He came in here with a headache.
Yeah.
His throat hurt.
Raspy throat.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Big players, you know, they show up when the lights on. But yeah. I was missing last week, as you know. I went to DC. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something about DC. It's fun to be had there, Hootie.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
I've never been. I want to go.
Sign me up, Jack. I'll go with you.
Rico told y'all that.
DC is the move, B.
DC.
And he wasn't lying. Listen.
I can believe it, man.
Bro.
It looked like it. Not this time of year. It's probably cold or getting cold.
Yeah, now's the perfect time to go.
I don't fuck with the cold.
Man,
I can't fuck with that cold.
I think it gets colder than... It wasn't even really that bad, though, but U Street, the park at 14th Street, that's a club. That bitch got 3 floors. Party.
Like, you get take, like, photos in the booth with like your homeboys and shit?
No, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
The R&B group. Yeah, like a boy band out there.
Yeah, went to DC and became NSYNC, goddamn.
Man, no, man. But
Come on, Justin.
Bye.
And was it what team that was? They were dancing the
He
NSYNC.
talking about, then his caption talking about the dude in the background when you go somewhere and shit.
Oh, yeah. You saw it, bro.
Like,
That was his home.
Fuck these dumb. You could tell. Look at these out of town niggas.
Probably was his other homeboy too.
We did not know that guy. We did not.
He was
know that guy,
he was admiring you.
No, he was just, I ain't gonna say he.
I mean, the
'cause
way-
that sounds funny. You know
But
what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, the way your caption was, it's like, look at this nigga back here admiring me.
Yeah, you could say that if you want to. The sound, how you making it sounds fucked up. But
What's the caption? So what the caption was, dog?
Like that. nigga was
I told you, it was like when a nigga see swag he ain't never seen before in his life.
Oh yeah, that's what that was.
He look at you like this.
That nigga's like, it's like seeing a fucking unicorn, bro. Like what you want me to do about it? You hadn't been exposed to that shit.
So
That shit
why
like that drink.
So why I can't say he's sitting back there admiring you?
Because that sounds funny.
It sounds the same.
It don't sound the same.
I mean, just know you.
Hootie logic. There we go again with that shit, man.
Tajik.
No, that's Hootie logic, man. You making it fit your argument, man. It don't sound right.
I made it fit your caption.
Okay. Either way, man. Week was great as far as, recovering. All that shit was fun. But yeah, DC was even better.
Gotcha.
So yeah. Stop.
Thank you, Tuz. See, I didn't even have to ask him that. That's what.
Be
You know
cordial.
what? This is pretty cool, man. We can keep this going. No, it's another nigga I ain't gonna talk about.
I'm fire that.
But I
nigga.
have to ask that nigga to ask me about my week.
He about to get his papers.
Right. How was the fuck my week? I'm gonna start having to think about my week because I know y'all niggas get tired of me saying it was a good week. It was quick. I couldn't wait to get here Friday the podcast.
Right.
But that's really what my week consisted of. So here we are.
Leave that.
Go shit. Go
Good,
Tigers.
it was a good week though. Solid week.
I forgot most importantly. Go Tigers. You know what I'm saying?
That was a big game.
He got his kid
man.
back. He got
You know
his
what I'm saying?
kid
We
back.
gotta get back.
Oh yeah.
We did.
Catch back. You got his catch back. That's what I'm
Punch you in the
saying.
mouth too. But man, we did, man.
That was a good ass game.
It was
It
good
was,
game,
but
bro.
the second half we beat y'all 21-7, I think.
My man threw it pick in the fucking end zone, man.
But y'all good, man. Y'all good. Y'all just
Shit,
young
man.
right now.
Give me Emery, man. I keep telling you, man. Y'all niggas keep sleeping.
I don't think he would have made it in that game like that. My man played. Your quarterback
He
played good.
played pretty good. He did, but
You think
it was
Emery,
that late game.
think
pick
Emery
that
would have
fucked
played
me up.
better?
If you get him in the groove, I think he'll be all right.
You don't think LSU defense made like some big changes at the half where
I do. But think about this. We went right down and scored right after the half. Like we got the ball first, went right down and scored. We'll get into that shit later, but yeah.
and y'all ain't score no more. We done.
Yeah.
We're done.
I want to say RIP, man, to Representative Elijah Cummings.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. A longtime Maryland Democrat, key figure. Anybody who knows anything about politics, or if you don't even follow politics, you know that face.
Right.
He died at age 68, early Thursday morning. They basically say he died of complications concerning longstanding health issues, man, and a key Democratic figure. Been in the fight to figure out what's going on with different investigations in Washington. Very instrumental in his district. He's from Maryland, the 7th Congressional District. Very key figure in there. For those, he was just recently in the news when Donald Trump basically called the Baltimore shithole city.
Right.
He was big and taken up for his city, man. And he definitely be missed, man. Respected by both sides of the aisle, Republican and Democrat, man. And I just want to say RIP to Elijah Cummings.
Facts. But it been in that seat since 1996.
96.
It's been a minute.
It's a long time.
96.
Man.
Right.
Long time to be fighting for your people, man. Rest in peace, man. I didn't know much about him. Outside of just seeing him doing good for his city, seeing him doing good for his state.
Right.
Anytime somebody like that is lost, somebody who leads your city, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Or your state. It's tough.
Yeah, so RIP to him, man. Condolences to his family.
Right.
We said it's the month of pink.
The month of
We
pink.
still celebrating breast cancer. I still got on my, I got my natural hair. I got my black woman on my shirt.
I got a pink drink.
Yeah. So we still celebrating the month of pink, man, breast cancer awareness month. And then in lieu of this, I wanted to give some promising, leading, I guess, news and information. A Florida woman is the first patient that they say that they found a vaccine that killed off breast cancer.
I saw that.
It's not yet set for the market. It's still very early stage. It was she caught it in a very early stage. But despite all of that, it's kind of promising new medicine that they got out that they hope that someday could be the new cure. To help eliminate breast cancer and all. So we talked, a couple of weeks ago about what to do about it, and here we are. We seen a Jacksonville area woman is finding out that they may have a vaccine that helps eliminate it.
Super fucking dope, man. Yeah, I mean, that's award-winning findings right there, my nigga.
It is, man. And I want to say I saw a CO wife posted that. You know what I'm saying? So that made it mean even more. You know
right.
Because like people like that, they're looking for that type of help, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I just hope once they find it and find that it works, that they don't gouge people, like they do with the medication.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's that is another sick thing about medicine. How okay, fine, we find something that works and then we jack up the price.
And I only think we are the only people. And I mean, I say we're is like United States. I think we're the only people that do that stupid shit.
Right. You watched Bill Maher Friday?
Yeah.
He said like some medication, I forgot what it was for. It was like it costs $5 to make, and they charge you maybe $1,000 to buy it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's nuts, fool. Like,
yeah.
How much do you have to make?
I think I talked about this before, but Michael Moore documentary Sicko for people who haven't seen it. If you look at that, man, it kind of shed light on healthcare, and it just show how much different medicine. We talked about it before, how much different medicine costs around the world compared to how it costs here in the United States. But this is promising. It was at a Mayo Clinic down in Jacksonville, Florida. So hopefully they can, speed that up and make sure that it's find out what the side effects are and that it's going to be healthy enough long term to give to patients. Because like we talked about, we want something and we need something to help cure our women,
and I'm pretty sure,
and the men who are suffering from
and I'm pretty sure they got the money for it at this point. They've been raising money for breast cancer awareness for years now. So that Mayo Clinic, I mean, they've been doing research for cancer for years too. So it's about time they have something, bro.
I wonder how long they had that one in the works to know to go ahead, let's try it. Because then you know how that trial process goes.
Yeah,
Sometimes
and I mean, they
wait.
said that the drug still had a long way to go.
Right.
Basically, it's still in its early trial stages. And they're hoping to even get to a vaccine, off of it.
That would be super.
They said it's promising, and they feel like it's right around the corner.
And I wonder if that's just breast cancer or it goes to or leads to other cancers.
So far, that one just talked about breast cancer. The one that I looked at, I don't know, if it's some more to it. So, shouts out to them with that.
Shouts out to the month of pink.
I don't know if y'all saw this, man, but for weed smokers, man, you got to know. They give one. It's the what they call it, the hand and eye trick. They give you one thing and pull another. A marijuana breath test could be coming available as of 2020. I don't know why they got to tell us it's coming. Like we looking for the motherfucker. I don't smoke, but I just feel like it's some more shit to come with it.
They hate, man.
But they basically got a test just like alcohol breathalyzer. That's going to be able to test if you've had marijuana or smoke within the last 5 hours, I think it said. I don't know if y'all saw that or what y'all thought about it, but I saw that test and wanted to bring it up.
But that would be stupid as hell, considering every other state is legalizing the shit.
Right. And I think that's why they doing it, though.
Right.
If I'm legalizing it, then...
Because I would get mad at it if they treated alcohol different.
Right.
So I'm okay with it. They test you for... And I didn't think about that until you just said what you said. But alcohol is legal. If you've been drinking and driving, they'll know it. But if you're not over... Hopefully they they have a limit where it's not so low to... where you're not high compared to being drunk.
And it said the past 3 hours. My bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I've never ran across anybody who was under the influence of marijuana.
But did you know?
You know what I'm saying? That had a car wreck. Or
we don't know that though.
Do you know?
Because it's not really.
Right. It's not like it's all on you,
at.
and it's not like it's all on your breath. And,
Yeah.
You know. It's a little different.
I don't think and I could be wrong, but like if somebody had a wreck or something and they blood test for alcohol, but I don't know if blood test was testing for marijuana, so we don't really know. But I will say, in reference to this, they came out and said that Cedric Benson had a lot of THC or weed in his system at the time of his motorcycle accident. RIP to him. I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to tie the two together, but I do think that may have something to do with maybe why they going to something like this. So I don't know.
What state is that? It's just all over.
It just was all over.
I've been seeing it all over Facebook, and that's people from here, people from New Orleans, people from Texas.
Yeah.
So
I know the firm that developed it is out of California. So of course, with a Texas.
Right.
But they probably won't test you.
So yeah, be careful because that shit coming down the pipe.
No doubt it is. Question for y'all. A$AP Rocky said he's been a sex addict since middle school. Question. Haven't we all? Since middle school, like that's when you're freaky.
Yeah. That's when you
no sex addict no more.
He younger than us. Shit. He younger than us. He younger than us.
Shit.
Bumming the sheets. Bumming the sheets. Nigga, bumming the sheets. I feel you though. I'm just saying like from middle school to his age. He's probably 28.
I feel him though. But maybe he means something. Because you be thinking that you are addict until you realize it's some people with some real problem. Yeah, that nigga got a problem.
Yeah. But no. In middle school, that's when you probably first popped that one off. And
how about now in your 40s?
I ain't in my 40s, but yeah.
He tried to slick slide.
You said it.
Slick slide that thing. Nigga told us, well, how about now in your 40s?
Oh, I think my drive fairly high. Still.
But what he, like in the store, what he considered like being an addict? Like, was he thinking about it? That's one thing. Or was he actually trying to like get it off?
Every day he get it.
He just like every day he's getting off, he has to have it is all he thinks about.
Back then or now?
Then and now.
Shit.
Currently.
What? How old? A$AP?
I would think late 20s, but I don't know. His braids look about 34.
Hey, more power to him. Hey, you good. Shit, I need some serum or something.
When y'all stop y'all peak? Todd said he's still at his peak. When did you stop your peak or want to slow down?
That nigga ain't at his peak.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know what it be, bro. I just, it don't take much. Like you said, it could be a kneecap or some shit. That be ready.
What kind of fetish is that?
And he said kneecap.
That's what Hootie said.
Look at that kneecap.
No, I'm sorry, Hootie. Back sweat. Oh, my bad.
But you also told us what you think about.
Yeah. You did
kneecaps.
Say that.
I'm just saying, it don't take much.
Ooh, them black wrinkled kneecaps look good, girl. Let me put some lotion on them hoes. Let me lotion them hoes with some cocoa butter. Yeah.
For kneecaps are black. Well, yeah, let's go on to something else, guys. Hey, I'm going to tell you something else, dog.
What you going to tell?
In D.C., I went to the African American Museum. Dope as fuck. Fucked around. And while I was there, it was a group of students. They on a field trip from Connecticut. I don't know if you heard about it. But they had some students from Connecticut there, and one of them spit on one of the museum goers.
Huh?
Spit on them.
Why?
And the principal spoke up about it, saying that it wasn't racially motivated. Now, I was in the museum. I didn't see that take place. However, I did witness, I'm not going to necessarily say that if you got on one of those Make America Great Again shirts, you promoting racism. I'm not going to say that. However, you did see that in that place. Like, they were all outside of it. Like, they were selling paraphernalia, Trump 2020, all that kind of stuff.
It's D.C. though.
Right. Land of politics, I get it. But if you spit on somebody...
Yeah, that's trash.
I mean...
You just a trash
For
person.
what reason? You know what I'm saying? Like, either you know that person, you don't like them, you got a deep hatred for them.
I don't think it's nobody I spit on, fool. Like
because I think you got home training, Hootie, even though, you know what I'm saying? You hooped in barbed wire and shit.
That'll damn sure train you to be at home.
So I mean, I get it, but I've never hated somebody enough, or like I just feel like that's the ultimate disrespect, man.
It is, but y'all got to remember that like we don't harbor that hate that some people have. You know what I mean? And so like even though we don't get it, you know what I'm saying? We don't understand like. You would think, like we've talked about before, like racism is a hot topic that we talk about on here. Like, you would think that we would be the ones upset.
Facts.
Like, we the ones that get marginalized sometimes. We the ones that get treated in any kind of way. We the ones that gotta look over our shoulder. We the ones gotta watch how we approach people. We the ones gotta watch how we walk to a car. We the ones gotta be extra nice when we walking up on somebody that doesn't look like us.
Facts.
We the ones that gotta, yes sir, boss, hand that 10 and 2 when somebody walk up on the car. We the ones can't look like ourselves, and we the ones can't even be in our house. What the fuck? But yet, some kind of way, other people seem to be more angry than us.
I wonder if that's why they're upset. They're upset that we're not upset.
Nah, that ain't why they're upset. Some people are just upset because they programmed to hate.
Right. And again,
they programmed to feel like some shit getting taken away from them. They programmed to be ignorant. Like,
but why though?
It did. I mean, even then, if it was right, like I feel like it did probably used to be a point in time where like people would have a little tact going into the African American Museum. Like, I'm not gonna come in there with, racist slogans. Like, people are walking that bitch with a Confederate flag. That's how disrespectful people have gotten now.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just the way of the world. Like, I don't know, man. Like, racism has been alive and well for forever. It had never really went anywhere. It did go, I guess, dormant to say the least. But that's even being insensitive to people who during that so-called dormant time had to experience hate crimes. You know what I mean? So it's never really technically went anywhere. And honestly, I hate to say this. I don't think now that's some shit that I don't think it ever be a cure for. People
it ain't going nowhere.
No matter what, gonna find a way to hate. But meanwhile, a lot of the time, like we said about racism and stuff, man, this shit, like you sitting there hating somebody and
you don't know them.
We're poor together.
I have no
So
clue.
you're being discriminated against in a sense because you poor. You ain't in the club for real, but you think you are.
You're still hating yourself.
Yeah.
You're basically hating yourself with that.
And again, this was a middle school student, guys. Like, this person don't know anything about politics unless somebody told him that. You know what I'm saying? They're not teaching that in middle school. You know what I'm saying? It's what they see on TV or what their parents taught them at home. Like that. Again, I don't know if it was racially motivated. I don't know, and that's what the principal said. However, if it walks like a duck,
so what was
quacks like a duck.
Did they ever say what the motivation was though?
Nope. They ain't say nothing. That was the statement that the principal released regarding that issue.
Do you know what? It's a goddamn duck.
Fact. Fact. Hey, what you doing if somebody spit on you, though?
Spit? I don't know, fool. I might black out.
Like that's worse than
whatever
when we talked about if somebody called me a nigga, how you can't get me with that. But if you spit, I feel like I got to slap something.
Yeah, like something's going
I feel like I got to swing something. Like
you got to slap something.
I don't care who. Like we got to something. We got to do something.
Something's like I'm black out, and whatever happens is gonna happen.
Right.
Sorry.
I'm on board with all of those.
Yeah, because I just feel like that's just gonna be pure reaction. That's like you physically have touched me.
Right.
Damn, I knocked this nigga out. I ain't mean to do that.
Right.
Yeah, like you at that point you playing like honestly, like I know what I've said before, so this may be contradictory, but to me, I feel like spitting, you actually touched me.
Right.
So if you spit on me, I'm swinging.
Right.
I deal with those
without even thinking.
I go sit down on that one.
Without even thinking. Yeah. That's just a reflex, I think.
I'm gonna hit them nigga like, you play Punch Out, you got that star.
That was the big hippo nigga. Hit that nigga all in this.
You got to catch it. And I meant to say this, man. I'm when I was talking about that weed breath test. We see the weed business is hot. It's super hot, man. The investments is hot. Businesses, you see all these grow farms and everything. But there was a cannabis producer. They had to destroy $77 million worth of their weed inventory because they didn't meet regulation.
What was the regulation?
77 million?
77 million. It didn't say. It just like everything, weed is now regulated. Just like food, and if it's not stored right, grew at the right temperature, this, that, and the third, they had to get rid of it.
What was this?
It totaled up to $77 million worth of weed.
What was this?
Sheesh.
Shit, I don't know.
I'm trying to see if it's one of those places where it's okay for them to grow weed and they were just hating because they're not one of those bigger companies who are basically trying to take over the weed business.
That's a lot of fucking weed.
That is. And compared to them, they may be a small-time dealer or a small-time grower.
That hurt.
Yeah,
that
hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure it hurt him. I'm sure it hurt him, but for them, it's just like, nah, you just got to get out of our way so we could make our 10 times that.
Oh, that shit. Damn.
They say Health Canada, so I don't know if this company's from Canada, but they said that they were basically, the facilities weren't compliant with pot growth regulations.
Weed legal in Canada?
Yeah. I think so.
Hey.
$77 million, though, you got to destroy it? Like, I can't just
Hey, what do you do? How do you destroy it? You burn it?
I can't just fix the pots.
You burn it? Well, like, how you? Because you burn
Everybody
it,
high.
everybody high.
They statement seemed to be, they was just like, our goal is to meet and exceed Health Canada's regulatory standard and to rebuild the trust and confidence in our primary regulator, investors, patients, and customers. That's basically what the CEO said in a statement.
I wonder if that was all of these shit.
What's crazy, check this out. Their stock jumped up as much as 25% after the news.
That's what I was just about to say. So that means that wasn't all of their shit.
Well, or it means like, you know, they for a lot of investors, and our investors can tell us they always get us. They real quick. But a lot of times they tell you to jump in when shit go low, because it's going to go low.
Mm-hmm.
So you jump in when it look bad.
Right.
Because the shit going to come
It's
back.
gonna come back.
They didn't kill them.
Weed smokers
sell
are
them
not
off.
going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be around.
So that means they got another secret stash somewhere else.
Here's some more stuff too. They said that they grew some of the weed in unlicensed rooms, so the rooms wasn't licensed. So that's one thing about it. So it's probably like so many different little things to it.
They're probably the ganja in that room now.
In a way, that statement sounded, it's like they knew they was fucking up, but they know they're about to come back.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And like you said, with the stock jumping the 25%, they said their shares traded at $1.06, which was down roughly 78% year to date. So that's probably why everybody jumped in on that stock.
And if it goes up 78%, sheesh.
If it go back up, it's probably gonna go back up and exceed it because it's gonna be at regulation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
sheesh.
Shouts out to those investors.
How much it is now?
For real,
How can I get at least
Let's go to the mailbox every goddamn month.
Man,
let me get in for $1.
Y'all seen Salome stunned on y'all ass?
Yeah, she flossing. She flossing, fool. She tripping though, but she flossing. I ain't even mad.
What Salome do though?
What you mean? What they do? Salome flew more than 100 employees to Hawaii to celebrate.
On you,
$5 billion in sales.
They sold some shit.
So their top sellers basically was able to go to Hawaii. They took over 100 employees there to celebrate their sales.
I wonder what they were selling. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. What
Degrees?
Are you
Fuck around over that bitch and get stuck.
That's crazy, fool. That they actually.
Oh, I ain't got it this month.
But it's crazy that they have salesmen, fool. Like
that's fucking crazy.
I'm still trying to figure out what they sell. They're supposed to.
They
to
selling
my
student
understanding.
loans.
I wonder
You know what
if
they selling.
I know, but is that what you're supposed to be celebrating and supposed to be saying?
if you get a job with Salome, you think they forgive your loan?
I don't know. You gotta find
Probably
out.
so. That might be a perk with being with the company. Mm-hmm. Just like when you worked at like AT&T and worked at all them different places, like, you know, you can.
It's probably gonna be just like that.
You got perks.
But it's probably gonna be just like that. At AT&T, you'll meet them goals. They're gonna cut your head. Get up out of here, son. You ain't get $25,000 worth of loans.
With all the
month.
niggas I know, and they shit just, I'm gonna put these in forbearance, and they ain't getting that money a month. It's a lot of niggas that got fired.
And it's a lot of people I know got them Salome loans, man. They're struggling, man.
Yeah.
That shit
I
tough,
mean,
though, man. I don't get it. I can't even say I get it. I have no clue of why this is even possible. You know what I'm saying? So,
On to Hawaii, huh?
Hawaii, on our dollar.
On your block, man. Steve, fuck.
Get your home girl, stop.
That's crazy.
Get your home
Hey,
girl,
I ain't never
stop.
fuck with her.
She tripping. She tripping. She just
U.S.
flossing
government.
Hey, man, how y'all feel, man?
Her and her whole gang.
Y'all were not deemed the asshole at the group. How
we
y'all
knew
feel
that.
about that, man?
We knew
Oh
that.
yeah, man. We did a poll this week.
How y'all feel about that?
We said it in the episode that we was gonna do a poll on who was the biggest asshole, and that nigga won by a landslide. So you know what I feel like?
Astounding victory.
You know what I feel just like I felt before I told him he was the biggest asshole. Like I already knew that, but it feels good that he was shocked.
But I wanted to ask him how he felt about it at least.
He don't give a shit. You know what? It probably, I can, right now, if he was probably here, to be like, that was a biased question. It was the way Hootie worded it. It'll be some shit like that.
That nigga went and recruited people to vote against me. Guys.
Hey, who?
That nigga got a recruiter. Hey, go over there and vote. She directed with me too, but you know what I'm saying? But it's cool, though. You the biggest ass. So I think it might be good, though. Because I think it would allow him to be his true asshole self without holding back none of his asshole. That could be good, could be bad. Just depends on how far in the podcast we are, how much Woodford he had.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I know who didn't get a vote. Nice ass nigga.
The handsome one.
No.
The handsome one.
Nigga who don't talk or don't never want to fuss or
no.
Politically correct.
I just don't ruffle feathers, man. And I don't believe in the stupid shit that somebody say all the time. I just don't believe in that shit.
You got to say that, though. So you could be an asshole with us. We changing our name to the assholes, man. You got to be one.
Nah, I don't think we're going to change our name to the assholes.
So you just going to keep being nice?
No. Still a dummy.
The nicest dummy.
Nice dummy.
I don't want to be the nicest nigga.
Nice the nicest
dummy.
nigga.
Nice dummy. Asshole dummy. Wrong word dummy. I'm just a cool dummy.
Dummy.
Hootie Elijah.
We might need to update. Can't Get Right might be right. We might need to update that list. Who always think they right?
No, the fans have spoke.
No, not the asshole list. I'm talking about who always think they right.
Spoken.
That comes
Hootie.
with being an asshole.
Spoken.
Now that I think about it, that Can't Get Right lead the charts and everything, though.
Yeah, that nigga in all of the wrong categories.
Damn, man. That nigga the asshole of the year award.
Serena brought up something. Serena Williams brought up something that I thought was kind of, I mean, we can speak from it from our standpoint and from our view. But basically, Serena was, since, October is also domestic abuse awareness month. And Serena basically said that young boys need domestic violence education and training. She basically said that men should be included in the conversation about ending domestic violence abuse. Totally agree. And basically saying that expanding the conversation should include men as well as young boys in it because she feels like it's totally important. I know nobody at this table is going to disagree with that.
No way.
So I know that we can expound upon that as to what do y'all think, about including young men in that conversation and having us at the table.
I think they need to be included in that conversation. But where does it come from? And does it already happen? It's like in particular households, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll learn those things inside the household, but what about those kids who don't learn that in the household? What do they turn to? Is it something going to be put in place for them? Because it should be, if not,
And that's interesting to say that. And I'm going to say this. And I could be wrong and be corrected. Mom Barbara Wheat probably be ready to slap something. But I don't ever remember being taught that.
You weren't, but you kind of
always
observed.
No. What I'm saying for me is like, I don't remember ever being taught that. That just was something I knew.
Right.
Like, don't put your hands on a woman. Like, you don't do, like, why would you do that?
And that's why I brought up the household. So some of these kids who grow up in those households who's going through domestic violence within their household with parents.
Do they see that?
Do they see that? And that's where they're learning that from.
Right.
So that household can go both ways. It can teach you.
That's
You
true.
don't observe it. So you know that this is not how that's done, but then you're observing that this is how it goes. So maybe you're thinking, damn, that's what has to be done, or that's how it goes.
Right.
Well, two things. That was a part of my growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, you know what I'm saying. I'm steering clear from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I saw what it did to my family. You know what I'm saying? Personally.
Yeah.
And not only in my house, more recently, I lost my cousin to domestic violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
I've always told my son, even when he was in middle school, and you know how little middle schoolers are, girls, they're hot, they want to fight, they don't care gender or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He honestly had a girl hitting on him. And because of what I told him, he wouldn't hit her.
As he shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I do think Serena is all the way on base with that.
Mhm.
I just don't think that some are even willing to listen at an older age.
And I'm
You know what
glad
I'm
I'm
saying?
glad you said what you said, because the direction I said it was, if you see that in a household, then that's maybe what you're gonna think is what you're supposed to do. But then it can also go the other way of, you can see it, so I know I never want to do that shit.
And not to
Absolutely.
get off of
That also makes me think, will the training work?
And not to get off of it, two things. When you say what you see in the household, this is kind of piggybacking about what we said last week.
Mhm.
The week before last when we was talking about fathers. Like, just because I didn't see a father don't mean that I don't know how to be one.
Right.
Mhm.
And I think that's the same. Just because you see domestic violence, it could go either way.
So what is
Uh,
that? Do we know what that is?
But I'm just saying, like,
What
we
cause-
don't, because it could go either way. And
Right.
it's tough to say. Like, there are some people who didn't see a father who turned out not to be a father because they didn't see one.
Right.
And there's some people that didn't see one that said, I don't want to do what I felt.
So do you think training would help?
Yeah, I
Hell
think any kind of training
Right.
always helps, man. And if you can get them, like he said, are the older ones gonna listen? Probably not. Some older people are set in their ways.
Yeah.
But that's why I think Serena's hitting it right on the head by saying we need to include men who can also include and talk to young boys
Right.
who are 5 and 6 and 7. And like Charles said, he taught his son at a young age not to put your hands on no woman.
Right.
Under no circumstance, don't put your hands on no woman.
Right.
And it's just really kind of simple, when it comes to domestic disputes. So, and that goes to both, because, she
Right.
said that.
I've always heard it growing up too, though. So
Well, I always heard, I just said that household-wise, I didn't,
Right.
like, my mom didn't have to tell me that.
yeah,
I just knew that.
I mean, my mom never had to tell me, but she would tell me. Stepdad would tell me, but it's not like they ever had to. So.
Yeah, I just knew that wasn't something. But I think it's dope to include men in that conversation. Because we keep seeing story after story, sickening stories, man. Like,
They be young too.
yeah,
Right.
man, I was hearing a story about, I don't even really want to repeat the story that I was talking about because it just was so, like, sick. And I
Right.
couldn't think of, like, what makes you so angry that you want
Want
to,
to do that?
like, want to go do that to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I love my freedom.
Right.
More than anything.
Right. Like, it's nothing that you can do. Man, I could come in the home and you could be crushing. My nigga, I'm going to be, hey,
This what's going on?
this what's happening?
Right. This is over, but I'm not
not
finna take your life.
I'm not finna go to jail.
I'm not finna. Yeah.
I might throw a couple punches.
Out of there.
Right.
I'm out of there. I might throw a couple punches. Dude.
Right.
Out of there.
I ain't about to kill nobody or nothing.
That's in the book, A Man Thinking.
Man, thank you. Right.
He talk about that.
Right.
When you react in that moment, you're acting off emotion.
Off emotion.
And it's saying how men are never supposed to act off emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you act off emotion, you don't think.
That's a shot.
But if you could-
is that a shot I can't get right?
Nah, man, I'm being serious.
Right.
Like, I ain't even gonna tie him in there.
For real.
I told you earlier, trash human being, man. A nigga's a trash human being. But nah, just seriously though, like I just think that like if for men, when you find yourself in a situation where you think you want to do, just take a second and just think, man. Just a half a second, man, because people don't need to be losing their lives behind a relationship. If somebody don't want you no more, they want to be out of that relationship. Let them, man. It's somebody else that'll value you out here.
And furthermore, you don't own anybody. Nobody has
Yeah.
stake to claim to anybody, man.
Right.
So, and
I ain't going to jail, cuz. That's
right,
all I need to
right.
do.
So rest up, Alicia Trotter. Tomorrow is your birthday. Rest easy.
Happy birthday.
That's pretty heavy, man. Let's get into some lighter stuff, man.
Like
Music.
What about it? What you think?
Wale's album, what you think?
Wow, that's crazy.
Damn right, we got into some lighter shit.
Yeah, come man,
I
like,
guarantee we did.
ain't that the name of it? Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
name of the album?
That's
Yeah,
the name
that's
of
why I
the
said it.
Wow. That's not shocking.
But I think it's a dope album, man. I think it's cool. It's a mood album. You got to be in a certain mood to listen to it. You got to be relaxing. You can't listen to it in all
Those are facts.
atmospheres, in my opinion.
Those are facts.
I could listen. That's something I could listen to and do work.
Facts. You can't.
But I can't listen to Dope Boy Ryan do work.
Hell no.
I ain't getting no
You
work
can't
done.
do that shit to that boy.
I'm vibing too hard. I might type that word.
But I was listening to Rob one time. Dope in the bushes. I know how to cook it.
At work. At work.
But Wale, you ain't gonna do that. You might go over to somebody's desk and
Read him a poem.
Read him a poem.
I got a poem for him. Goddamn.
What's your favorite joint on the album, man?
The one with him, Meek and Ross. The song with him, Meek and Ross. It's pretty nice song, but it's still a weird combination of mixing lyrics because it's still soft shit mixed with street shit.
Right.
With
I was just about to say
shit.
that song there is kind of up and down and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I think it's a good song. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm gonna shut up because I ain't listen. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know how I feel about Wale, man. I'm sorry. But I do want to listen, and I've been meaning to listen, but then other shit came out. You know, Honeycomb dropped some shit.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Honeycomb dropped. I've been waiting on him to drop. I'm just saying, like Wale, man, Wale is really great at what he does. He's a great rapper. He makes some great, chick songs. Make you want to ride in the car, with the top drop and shit. Like, he's real good at that. But other than that, I don't know. Y'all keep going, man. Keep giving me the breakdown.
I've liked them less over time. Since the Seinfeld album, the mixtape about nothing, then the album about nothing.
Even people,
but then it became redundant.
People like, man, he not arrogant and da. The man was mad because he didn't get enough camera flashes on the red carpet.
Lame. Like
he was like, Sandra Bullock came over and then when I came up, it was one. So nigga,
that might be the picture that popped.
You're not as live as you think. That's it.
And you're not the person.
I'm not trying to be, and I know a lot of people like him. I think he can rap. I think he makes dope music. I think he can rap. But it's just, I put him in that box with old Kanye.
I like the music. He got to chill with the antics. Just upset about nothing. Yeah. Nobody hates you, bro. Yeah. Nobody dislikes you. You get nothing different from any other rapper or celebrity as far as the people coming at you on the internet. They
think he big in his head? You think he big in his head? Like,
yeah, hell yeah. That's why Hootie says nobody likes him, but I think that nobody likes, I'm not going to say that nobody. I think the people that don't like him because of that. Yeah. Because like you keep trying to make people like you. Like I think people like you more if you just make your music and be
Shut
you.
The fuck
That's
up.
like the nigga who's going over the top to be liked.
Yeah, you can't make people like you, man. Like you can't.
The nigga who be hooping in the gym and the girl walk in, he go crazy in that shit.
The nigga who be podcasting, somebody walk in the room and just
take over this bitch.
What's the over on him?
Nigga take over this.
Who is the A mic around
that nigga
here?
The star.
who is the A mic around here?
Chill out, straight hand.
but don't let the room fill up with when the podcast come up. Oh God, man.
It get loud.
We ain't talking about the Dummies Podcast.
Right.
Dummy.
Somebody else shit.
But yeah, so you like the Wale?
It was pretty cool, yeah. Favorite song, probably Sue Me.
Sue Me.
Yeah, I think that's,
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Speaking of being redundant, the baby. I want to know, do y'all think he has a valid point or he's tripping? Basically, what he said he got the creativity of Kanye, the consistency of Lil Wayne, and the versatility of a Drake.
The baby, I liked you. All right.
Let's go to individually. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead. Hold on, you got to help me. He has the what of Kanye?
Creativity.
Creativity to Kanye. I don't like Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't have the you just don't, man. Like, this man made Jesus walk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if you look at AMC has if y'all don't see it, come on, every Sunday, it's about hip hop's greatest songs. Mm-hmm. And they broke down how Jesus walk was birthed. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't like Kanye. I've never been a fan of his music. I like certain songs. Jesus Walk was a song that I like. But if you see how he put that together and how he got the John Legend to sing on that. People didn't know that was John Legend singing. Mm-hmm. How he put the keys and the melodies together. Like all the different stuff he put together, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So no.
Todd, what you think about his creativity? No way.
I have to agree.
What was the consistency of Wayne?
Consistency of Lil Wayne. He ain't been
Fuck no. What? You been rapping for 2-3 years, bro. Like you good, man. Like
it ain't long enough.
And I know you. I get it. For you, you've been probably rapping since 2015 and stuff. Man, Wayne is 35, 36, 37 years old. Been rapping since 9. Cut it out.
and would have had 6.
That's probably the most consistent rapper. Well,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say the most consistent, but that man,
You can.
from 9 to 31 was the best rapper, hands down. Shut up.
And Wayne got a 2-year run that's unmatched, 3-year run that's unmatched.
I ain't even normally this kind of person, but that's just an outlandish ass statement, man. Like, you're really, really good. But I will say this about him. He's a marketing genius, and that's why he made that statement.
He know what he's doing. He know you're going to talk about it. He know he's going to get more people to check him out. But
keep going. It's premature is what it is.
His creativity ain't really creative when you sound the same over and over and over and over. And I haven't heard you enough to say your consistency is anything close or anything near to Lil Wayne.
Get back to us in 5 years.
You might be gutter. Last one.
You ain't even consistent like Wale yet.
Last one. Versatility of a Drake. I haven't heard you sing nothing, boy. What you talk? I don't mean to get disrespectful because the nigga crazy. I don't be wanting to mess with you, little nigga. But little nigga, nah, man.
He dope.
Sing a song.
He's a dope artist.
But you're not versatile.
Like none of that stuff that you just said is you yet.
Yeah.
Like you might have the ability to get there, but
it's a little premature.
I know Dez was just saying about Drake, but Drake can sing, he can rap, he can act, he can make a pop song. He can make a street song with Drake version of street. He can be on a song with Birdman and Wayne and hold his own and
go over there with Carrie Hilson and
go over there with Elton John and Prince.
What's one of the little white girls' name? Miley Cyrus. He can go get with them. He go do whatever he want to do. But nah, the baby.
Keep going.
Oh.
I just want Dez to get that Prince part out of there. just get that Prince part out of there. And everything we doing right now, because Prince long gone. I'm sorry.
I forgot what was that.
Yeah.
We done with that.
But all in all, the baby, man, you're a dope artist, dog.
Very dope.
Not to take nothing for, because I like before, like when I first saw him come on the up and up, me and DJ were like, man, this boy, he's tough. And I still think he tough, but the people that you named, and I know why he did it, because he's smart and he wants to be put up there with him, and you're going to talk about him up there with him. So, yeah.
We say it all that to say we really like you, cuz.
Aside from music, though, he been doing some pretty dope shit, too. Like, he bought a lady, like, took her in the mall who was living in her car and, paid for her kids' stuff, shit like that. Like, he's doing some...
Oh, dope.
Yeah, he bought a homeless
shit.
lady. He gave her $1,000-something.
Right.
He bought the little kid.
Bought the little kids cookies and then gave them back to him.
Yeah.
Y'all saw the little kid in the background? Hey, when he was giving the money.
But he played it cool. Like, nah, y'all got to split that. You know what I'm saying? My boy was trying to hustle. Hey, he got to hustle. But, shouts out to him, man. He's a good dude. And I seen somebody oh, man, all he going to give me is $1,000.
Yeah.
The fuck? I get so sick of
I never got $1,000 from somebody I didn't know as a kid.
That was in reference to the homeless lady. They was basically saying he didn't do it. And I'm thinking like, God damn, man. Like,
they tried. They just want to find. I guarantee you that lady was super happy.
And grateful for it.
Grateful.
So that's all that matters.
But shouts out to the baby, man. I really like him. Contrary to what I had to say just then, he's definitely a dope ass artist, man.
He asked for it, man.
Woptober, nigga.
Wop.
Goo Wop drop. I'm going to be honest, I didn't have a chance to listen to it yet. It was a hectic day. And that's great anyway, because we always take a week to digest it and then come back. So I definitely have a full breakdown of what I felt like about Goo Wop.
I ain't gonna lie. I listened to about 3 or 4 songs. I was in the gym this morning, and it was perfect gym music. So I'll probably listen to it again in the gym, probably sometime this week. But I don't know if I'd be really wanting to listen to what he got to say. But I like his beats and the flow and the tempo of his songs. I don't really want to hear what he got to say.
Man, and I finally got a chance, moving off of Gucci, I finally got a chance to watch that pull-up.
With Ross?
Ross and Joe Budden. That was a good pull-up.
It was. I don't know. But I think that Ross gave a lot of good gems. Joe asked a lot of good questions. I don't know what he was talking about. That nigga was tripping.
I was like,
I was looking for the bad part, man.
Yeah, like this was good. Like it was a good dialogue. It's telling you why I did this, when I made this, that, and third. But one thing that I noticed, my boy have a little what's the word? A bad taste in his mouth about Southern rappers. You notice that? He's like, L.A. Reader. Oh. If you was from the South, he'll just give you.
Yeah,
he do keep saying it.
Yeah, but you got to remember,
but I think it just was him who didn't get it. Like, he even looked out for some up north people.
Right, and that's what he kind of tried to say. But he's another one kind of like Wale that, Think he's a little liver than what he was.
I'll rap all you niggas. That's all he was.
But nobody wanted to hear you.
Nobody, right.
Speaking of that, Ross said something about he's coming out. He alluded to coming out with some new shoes that was coming out. They actually came out today. As him and Dwayne Wade got a new wow. It's this wild
way of ways
coming out. A wild way of ways that came out in China today. So that's pretty dope. It's some all red Rosses. I wouldn't wear them, but
wow,
I think they're okay.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I just saw that. Shouts out to Gucci. Shouts out to Ross and them on that. I'm definitely gonna check that kind of music out.
Hey, he seemed like he turning that corner too. You like go out.
He been turned.
Like
he been turned about the last 2 years since he got out of jail. Where you been?
I don't know what.
No, I'm just saying, like,
you see, like he turned the corner. You mean, shit? That nigga way down the street.
But you know, I'm not a Gucci fan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry.
Good. Do a JoJo.
Get him over. Get the over.
A JoJo.
Ah, man, fuck that. He ain't here.
Speaking of getting out of jail and getting into shape, Kevin Gates said he decided to lose weight when the baby was trying to suck his titties. That's what he said. And I said that we have all had this journey. So that was his turning point. So I had a question for y'all. What was y'all turning point to want to, you know what I'm saying, just start getting healthier? You know what I'm saying?
When the baby tried to suck my titties. When Logan was on that big goddamn, like, hold up, this the wrong person, goddamn.
Got you too, goddamn.
That shit happened, nigga. True story. Nah, but for me, I think, man, like, I kept feeling like, you know, Gates said he was 310 at his peak. You know what I'm saying? 310, now he down to like 230 or something. I remember, like, when I got started, I was 321. And I'm like 270 right now. But people think I'm smaller than that. Like, they don't even believe that I'm 270. I feel like I'm 270, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna try to get down some more. I'm still on the journey. But I feel like for me, it was just how I felt, man. Like, I always wanted to do it, but for me, I didn't have the time to do it. Yeah. And I talk to a lot of people who say that they don't have the time or they can't figure out the time. And maybe I'm biased or something because I feel like they could probably make the time. Especially from what I talk about. For me, I had a little child. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, like, when you come home, and, you know, you're a single parent at that time, and you don't have time to dedicate to going to a gym or dedicate to your health because you got to get home, you got to cook, you got to do homework and all that, and then get them situated. It's 10, 11 o'clock, and then you trying to go to the gym. And I even would start. Like, once she finally go to sleep, I go in the parking lot in the apartment complex and just try to run just to try to get, but, like, you can't be consistent like that. You know what I'm saying? And so finally, you know, when Jessica got here, you know, I talked to her. I sat her down. I was just like, look, man, I really want to, you know, work on the gym. I need your support because it's going to require me to be gone a lot. You know what I mean? To try to work out. Do you have my back? And she was like, yeah, cool, whatever. Do your thing. And so it was really just, it just took like sleeping. Like, I felt like I wasn't sleeping right. I felt like I was like losing my breath in my sleep. Clothes, I ain't like the way my clothes was fitting. None of that stuff. So it was just like, man, I know how to work out. I was an athlete my whole life. Yeah. I know how to lose weight. It's not that hard. And then the next thing was like, people like, for me, motivation from people like, oh, man, you'll be through next week. That's why I fuck with you sometimes like that, Todd, because you'll be back fat next week. And then you keep going like, man, I can show you. Like, you know, it's the sarcastic asshole. Right. Like, that's the part that can't get right with talking about for me. Like, fuck it. Nigga, I can lose this. This shit easy. Right. So that's my motivation, and that's what my turning point.
Just put your hand behind your head.
Yeah, you know, now hit the Dougie.
Hit the Dougie, man. Todd?
It was two things for me, man. One, I went to the doctor, man, and they gave me them blood pressure pills. It was a low dosage, but, you know, I had to get that shit in check. You know what I'm saying? Nigga trying to be here. You know what I'm saying? I got a 3-year-old, and more importantly, I got a 20-year-old son. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
I ain't know that, man. I'd have been pushing you in the gym a little bit more.
I could have swore I said that on this podcast before. And two, I crashed one night, and I was about to die in that bitch. So I was like...
hey, losing weight, for men don't know, losing weight it changes your crush game.
I'll tell you.
Hey, every 10 pounds, I feel like add another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes. That's a long ass time. Give me another 2. Add me another 2.
That might be the whole overall.
I think I said that shit.
Over or under, guys.
Give me another 2.
All right, I'm sorry. Every 10 pounds is a minute and a half extra.
But yeah, I think I said that on here too.
50 more strokes. Yeah.
Well, I was in bad shape, fool. Like, after I got down when I was like, whoa. I got to do something.
Hey, another thing, too, you lose your weight, it add a little extension. You know what I'm saying? You lose that little
boy
extra.
look a little longer.
one part come in, the other part go out.
Yeah. Add a little extension on that boy.
Real.
But I changed with the doctor as well, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing that both of my grandmothers passed from diabetes. One had to have both her legs amputated. The other one, I was too young to really know. Yeah. I want to say I was maybe 3 or 4 or somewhere around there. And they both passed from diabetes. You know what I'm saying? And finding out you may be pre-diabetic, like, no, little brother, I ain't going that route. Then I remember that same picture I always post.
Hey, I don't care what nobody say. My nigga got the most funniest pre-weight loss picture.
I always post that same one, fool. I just look miserable.
My nigga was so fed up with his life and everything.
I was going through it. I don't know what was on that TV. I probably wasn't watching it. But
that nigga probably looking at the TV like, man, I'm fat as fuck.
Like, shit.
But no, that ain't even how you said.
My stomach on the remote. You know what
I'm saying? That nigga was standing in the drawers or some shit. What?
But then it just got to a point to where I just wanted to look good in dress clothes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of keeps me going now because I don't have no more big boy clothes. So
and that was something Gates was talking about. Like when he was like, man, he first lost them few pounds. I know what he talking about because like I remember more like shit. If you ain't had the issue with weight, my nigga, you might not understand this, but as a nigga, you go in that bitch and like, for me, like, through college, I always wanted to get clothes and be fashionable a little bit and shit. When you start getting big, man, they only make like 4 colors. You know what I mean? You don't get the fresh shit. So you go look at Darius and shit, and them niggas in H&M and Urban Outfitters and all them other little places with the fly-ass shirt.
You got to go to JCPenney.
You go get black, white, red, blue. That's all you get.
You might get a gray.
Hell yeah, nigga, a 4X tall guy. You ain't even in your shit to try to make it work.
That nigga gonna either be too long or too wide. You got to pick which one you want to go with.
Man, what's up? Why you in a 3X big, goddamn? But nah, you know what I'm saying? But to your point, when you start like, you know, I remember like going to H&M, man, and getting in an extra large coming from a 3X, 4X. And you get in that extra large and that bitch fit sweet. It's like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? That to me was motivation to go. Because I know a lot of people, they have trouble getting started. So they'll come and like, man, how you did XYZ? And you tell them and they be like, okay, I'm finna get started.
That shit ain't easy either.
Yeah, it's not easy. And that's one thing Gates said that I feel like is true. And we've been talking about this a lot, is consistency. Like, you're going to fall off. You're going to cheat a few times. You know what I mean? But as long as you stay consistent, you're good. And consistency is the key to, like they say, everything, whether it's starting businesses. People ask me about podcasts. That shit takes consistency. It's a lot of different shit.
That's what you got to learn too, man. Like, you can't lose 30 pounds and stop doing what you were doing. Like, that shit gonna come back even faster and sit there even longer, man. You got to keep... Like, that's why I don't say I'm on a diet. I have a diet.
I cut that shit out.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be on a diet and then go back to eating burgers next week. You're going to get the weight back. So you got to have a diet. You can't be on a diet. My diet consists of healthy foods. I still eat my shit here and there. You know what I'm saying? I might even have candy every day. That's my weak point. But
mine too.
You know what I'm saying? For the most part, food-wise, I'm going to eat some healthy shit. And I cheat on the weekend a day or two. You know
but you know, the weight loss journey to me is indicative of like life journeys and stuff. Because if you tell somebody I'm on a diet, the second you fuck up, they want to remind you of it. Oh, you ain't supposed to be eating that pizza.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. So when people be like, oh, you ain't eating now. Nah, I'm fine. I'm just doing a little different stuff. Mm-hmm. I say stuff like that. No, I still eat bad. I just kind of watch what I eat, even though I wasn't eating bad. You know what I mean? So that way, like, people don't constantly remind you of where you
when
was.
You fucking
you know
up,
what I'm saying?
right?
Like that you fucking up.
They can't wait to point that shit out.
Hey.
Bitch, you ain't that candy. I'm gonna go run this candy off. The fuck you gonna do?
Right.
What you gonna do?
You ain't supposed to be eating pizza. Do you know I just came from in the gym this morning? Hootie had 17 stations.
I'm telling you, man.
I earned this candy, goddamn.
Shit.
Man, if you don't leave me alone.
Nigga had goddamn 26 stations set
Hey,
up.
but it'd be crazy.
It was 11.
That nigga had
God
stations.
damn.
That nigga had stations.
That was the
up
thing.
in that whole
It was
one.
that we had the 11, but we had something in between everything. That's what it was.
Yeah.
The something in between.
That made it 26. Who did? What the fuck? That shit, boy.
You got that dad's math, don't you?
I'm just saying.
If you had 11 stations and something in between each station, you got 26 out of
No,
it.
you don't have that particular.
How many you
number.
got, Todd?
don't. I would just.
How many-
I said 26 initially. You know what I'm saying? So I was sticking with my 26. Fuck that.
You
That
know
nigga
this
had a
is
lot of
recording.
motherfuckers.
You know this is recording, right?
That's fine.
Okay. I just was asking.
That's
did you know?
fine. That's fine.
Hey, put that eye diamond right behind it.
There you go, police and shit again. I'm gonna put that fucking pitch on our page.
Police
Hootie.
But the moral of the story, man.
That ain't even me.
But the moral of the story, man, if you want to get in shape,
Be
man, and
consistent.
feel better, just stay consistent, man. Don't worry about falling off. Just keep going.
That's not a weight loss lesson. That's just a life lesson, man. You want to be good at anything, be consistent at it.
This is true.
The game, y'all. The game is also coming out. He says he's coming out with one more album and his final album. Do y'all care? Guess not.
I mean, no. I don't mean it like that.
Like-
I like the game.
Yeah.
Game is a
the fake.
dope
Is it
ass
the fake
album.
retirement?
Yeah, this is my last album, y'all. Y'all ain't getting no more.
Nigga gonna drop that.
Okay,
big
nigga.
2 weeks after.
It's a new rapper getting made tomorrow, now.
Right.
He gonna pop tomorrow. We just
Right.
don't know who he is, and he gonna, you know what I'm saying? So
You gonna have some more bills next
we
year.
don't care about like just make us some music, bro. Like we appreciate your music. Game is one who has a discography that's dope. He don't really slip.
Was it his last album?
Who knows? Who knows?
I think it was.
I know he got a song with Nip that they were kind of previewing like right after he passed. That shit sounded pretty sweet.
Yeah,
too.
because Game can make good music, man, and he
shit
can
sounded
rap.
pretty good.
I saw some comments about that today too, and they basically was messing with him, saying he's basically mooching off of Nipsey's name or something to that nature. Not that specifically, but
That's that internet shit, man.
Yeah,
like,
the internet,
they crazy, man.
nigga fucking
That's internet is crazy.
dweebs, man. That's what they are. Fucking dweeb.
But I'm a big Game fan, man. So I've been a fan of all of his albums. His antics is always a little out there. They've always been that way. But his music matches who he is, matches his personality. He's had an album or two off, I ain't gonna lie. But overall, he's a good artist, I think. You know what I'm saying? But stop fake retiring. That fake shit.
I think they feel like it's gonna drive up their sales.
I don't
Got
know
to,
how
or
if it hasn't been working.
Because if you feel like this, theoretically, if you feel like this the last buy that work somebody gonna make, you want to rush out and get it.
Hell yeah.
But at this point, we don't believe that no more.
Well, that's true.
Do you understand the Black Album was supposed to have been Jay-Z's last album?
Mm-hmm.
And that nigga has dropped 16 different
I
discs.
think when you
after
so
that.
highly creative like that, you can't stop.
Yeah, like your
Yeah.
brain is gonna just keep running, and you're gonna be like, man, I gotta.
I
Tell
need to
somebody
record this shit.
I gotta tell somebody something. I gotta speak.
Right.
I gotta say something. And then like so much goes on in the world. Like with Jay-Z, he retired, but then he got into a different part of his life where injustices started happening, and he wanted to speak out about it. And what's the best way for him to speak out to people, and the most people will hear it in his music.
Yeah.
So
This
it's
is
just y'all don't retire, man. Y'all just die. Sorry.
Damn.
Like for real.
God damn, who? Shit. That nigga said they just die. They just go to dead. Goddamn. I mean, shit, who?
It's a long.
He meant old age, like not
Yeah.
literally like just die. But
There you go. Read between my lines. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but you know something, and we found this out that people can't always read between the lines or like or interpret jokes. And I think it's because
That's
we
a
know
lot.
each other, know how people joke. I think that's why my man get in trouble so much.
Yeah, because we understand it, but then they don't.
They never catch my man.
Yeah, like we get it.
Hey, I done seen my man get thrown under the bus for joking. And I'd be like,
It'd be majority of the time.
but I be thinking like, man, you can't say that. But he don't know that. And he says it every time.
I think he knows. I
No,
can't
he
even
don't
say
be know-
he knows it.
that
because
he
he will
don't be
argue
knowing.
that it's okay for him to say that.
Yeah, that's
It's
'cause he
okay
don't
for
be
me to
knowing.
call. For me to
After
call
about
them
30,
dad.
45 minutes, I don't think he can control it no more. Because that good thing be done got him and he just
But
let
once
it
he
go.
sobers up, he defends it. So shit, I don't know.
No, he
Shit.
actually listens when he at his drunkest. I'm telling you, I had a
You gotta beat it.
45,
You gotta
50
beat
minute
it in,
conversation with him, and I thought we had reached the come to point. And to that morning, that nigga went right back to the position he had before the 45 minute. I said, God damn.
So did he really listen?
No, actually, I take that back. It was out the podcast one time. You know, we record late.
Right.
Man, the podcast might have ended at 1. Me and that nigga talked till 4:30 that morning. And I thought I had finally got through to him at 4:25. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. I think my man just wanted to go to sleep or something. Because it was cool.
Exactly what it was.
My man woke up the next morning. Hey, you know you was wrong yesterday.
My nigga, we just talked about this shit for 3 hours.
I thought we were straight.
Nigga wasted 3 hours. That's why I don't
Shouts out to Can't Get Right, man.
I don't convince him no more.
That nigga unapologetically him. Damn. Coming off the heels of Botham Jean, man. Fort Worth, right outside of Dallas, big metropolitan area. Fort Worth police shot and killed a woman in her home. Atatiana Jefferson was shot and killed in her home, man. When a police officer, when a neighbor actually called on a well call. Basically, you know, a neighbor. I see my neighbor. I know my neighbors. It's 2:00 in the morning. I see my neighbor's front door open. I'm concerned. I don't even call the emergency police line. You know, I call the non-emergency line. And I say, hey, you know, my neighbors, they're elderly, they're sick. I see the door open. I just, you know, I'm just concerned as a neighbor. Police arrive and shoot. Moments after arriving, shoot and kill Atatiana Jefferson. In this case, you know, a little different than some of the other ones we saw. Fort Worth police came right out, condemned it, said that he didn't fall in protocol. He resigned before he could be fired. But they came out and said, alleged that she pointed a gun out the window. I don't know if anybody saw this video or have been following this story. When the police arrived in the backyard, they walked in the backyard. He parked down the street, arrived in the backyard. Flashlights was, you know, going in the backyard. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You look through your window and you're shot. We're standing right here in my home right now. We have a window right here. It's 11:35 p.m. We see a flashlight flashing out the window. No announcement of who you are. Mm-hmm. I don't know who you are in my backyard. I just see a flashlight. You don't announce who you are. And I'm shot and I'm killed. In my own home. Both them shot, killed in his own home. Crazy. They've charged him with murder, man. But it's crazy because, like, it's one of them things that, like, we see, oh, man, we know he gonna get off. Stuff like that. That's what you normally hear. In this case, they charged him right out the gate with murder. But
are they trying to
even with charging him with murder, it's like, fuck that, man. Why does shit keep happening? Mm-hmm. Like, why? And then, like we said, you can't be victimized. Oh, she had a gun. So I'm in my fucking house, and I see a flashlight flashing out my window.
At 2 o'clock in the fucking morning.
I can have a gun?
Right, that's the law.
Announce yourself. Who are you? I had a house party one time, and the door was open. Police bammed on it. Police! The police, they announced themselves. Mm-hmm. At least announce yourself. Mm-hmm. I'm scared. I'm a woman.
It's 2 a.m.
A solid nigga.
I got a gun, and I'm sitting here. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, and all I see is a flashlight flashing. I got a little kid right here who I just was playing a video game with, who I also have to look after.
Right.
It's some bullshit, man. And at this point, it's just like, you know, and not to condemn. We got friends that we know that are police. We know it's not everybody. Right. It's not all of them.
I reached out to one because you asked me to ask him
what's proper protocol.
What's proper protocol, and this is his words verbatim. He said several factors that go into to play in a situation like this. Say from the videos he saw, it was a car in the driveway. What he would have did, he said, I would have ran the tag to see if the vehicle belongs at the residence. Sounds logical. As he approached the resident and a perimeter set up, he would announce himself as law enforcement. This gives anyone inside a warning that police is outside. I would also look at the open door to determine if force have been applied to get into the door, open or if it was simply left open.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
I literally thought about opening this window just to get some little fresh air in here.
Mm-hmm. He said he would then go inside, announcing himself as the police, giving whoever inside warning the police are here. It would be easy to determine if the door was forced open. Nevertheless, it is not a crime to leave your door open.
And somebody's dead as a result of that, man.
You know, I saw a video. It surfaced, and this is what makes it even worse. I saw the police trying to apprehend a guy, obviously he was at his house, that came out running, trying to attack him with some noon chucks.
White guy?
I saw that.
White guy.
I saw it.
So you mean to tell me, and this is broad daylight, right? So you mean to tell me a female at 2 a.m. at her own fucking house
that doesn't look broken into?
That it doesn't even look suspicious. Doesn't have the right to bear arms in her own home at 2 a.m. to see who is out in her yard with a flashlight?
Check this out.
Sometimes the police.
The 8-year-old nephew is quoted by police of saying, "My aunt heard a noise coming from outside."
What the fuck are you supposed to do?
Hold on. You hear noise at 2:30 in the morning.
Outside.
Outside. She took her handgun from her purse. Rightfully so. When she went to investigate the noise, she raised the handgun and pointed it towards the window. Rightfully so. I see a flashlight now. I'm prepared for whatever's on the other side of that. Gunshot. If you follow proper protocol, like what
she would have known
what my man said,
she didn't know exactly.
This don't happen.
That's right.
I mean, if you're the police, you got these big ass, pretty ass, stupid ass lights on top. Turn them on when you pull up to somebody's house.
And my boy say he parked on the street.
Maybe that tips somebody off. I don't know. Like I don't know. So they may say to me like, "That's dumb." You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to announce. Like I don't know whatever they reason for it, but like say something. Announce yourself. Let people know. Like I've always thought about that because you ever like see. Police kicking doors and stuff raised. They do it at 3, 4 o'clock, and you in there sleeping. And you hear the door open. I might thinking like, shit, who this? I might pull a fire.
Even in a raid, even in a raid, before they hit the door, police, and they just hit you.
Yeah.
This man did none of that, bro.
That nigga hid his car down the street.
Yeah, he parked down the street.
I think you should kind of want to scare, if it is an intruder, you should want to scare him.
Yeah,
maybe
when they
scares him into running.
Like most, I would think most criminals don't want to get caught. I don't know too many criminals that's like, hey, yeah, I'm bringing, hey, catch me, man, I'm ready. Like, they see flashing lights, they might run out the back door. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody gets hurt. Maybe he just got a few little things. And no,
but they didn't call 911.
My man wanted to be a hero. Simple.
That man said, put your hands up, show me your hands, pow. Who are you? Police, put your hands up. Nothing, it just put your hands up, pow. I don't know who the fuck you are, and I'm in my house. Right. How you telling me to put my hands up in my house?
You have no right.
And I still don't even know what you did. And I still haven't committed a crime.
Right.
And now that neighbor feels horrible. Probably
that neighbor got to feel like crap. And
he said it.
I know he do.
He said it.
He got to, man. You got to. Like, he got to be so sick. And I'm not saying that to say that he was wrong. I'm saying that to say, like, he got to feel bad because I was just trying to look out for my neighbor.
Right.
And I saw a video. He looks like it. He doesn't look like he's torn apart, but you can see what he feels. He's like, man, if I don't simply call the police, my neighbor's still alive.
He just strong, man. That man torn apart.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it.
Like, man, he probably thinking, man, I should have just
thinking about
walked
this shit
over
right now.
I should have just, hey, y'all.
Probably ain't been asleep since.
That's, man.
If you still wondering, like, what we as African Americans, like, just look at this situation. And I mean this for all my Caucasian listeners, if you're still wondering, take this instance right here. This shit should have never happened. It would never happen in another community.
In Mountain Brook.
If you I don't know if anybody had a chance to see this, but they have a lot of video reference from the town hall, the mayor, the district representative, all the different people in that area, heads of Fort Worth.
Right.
had a meeting, and a lot of the activists and people in that community had a chance to come talk. And there was a white lady who stood up and talked, and she said that police was called to her house because of a barking dog. And she said how she let her dog out, heard the dog barking furiously. She went there in the backyard and was like, "Who is it? Who's back there?" "Oh, it's the police, ma'am." She's like, "Fuck you want?" That's what she said. She's like, "What do you want?" You know what I mean? And he was like, "Oh, we got a call about a barking dog, da, da, da." She said the whole time, she was like, "I was just concerned that my dog would get shot." And she said to think that if I was a black woman or a black male or something, I could be shot. Like, I'm worried about my dog, and here it is, people are getting shot and killed because of being black at their own home. It's crazy, man. Like, I know that everything is highlighted more with race issues right now, but
that's all that's been happening.
It's with reason, man. People like those people at that town hall was frustrated and they was sick because it's like we're not trying. From what I got from that meeting, they wasn't necessarily trying to demonize those police officers, but they are trying to say we're sick of this. Like, why y'all keep like the fuck?
Right.
Hey, I tell you what, we ain't finna keep putting up with that shit. That's what one man kept saying. And I'm not. Those are his words, not mine. He just was like, I'm not putting up with that shit.
And that's
I had enough.
And I think it said in Austin alone. It was in Austin, right?
No, Fort Worth.
This was
Fort Worth. I'm sorry. In Fort Worth alone, it was 9 police shootings this year.
Within a year. Both of them was in Dallas.
Imagine if it was
Fort
9
Worth,
police
Dallas
shooting
is right there on the
street.
same line.
Like, that shit crazy. Imagine if we'd have had 9 right down the street.
That's a fucking problem, bro.
Big time, man.
9?
One place.
Yeah.
It went.
There was another lady who got up. She said, for my job, I had 8 years, like, she didn't say what she did, but she was like, I had 7 years of specialized training. Doctors have years of training.
You get 3 months.
I mean, if you go to college and pick a fucking broadcasting degree, you get at least 4 years of training. Nurses get 2, 3, 4 years of training. A lot of the police training sometimes is 9 months. You give them a firearm and deadly weapons to police people. Again, no knock to some of my friends that I know that are police officers. No knock to the officers that are really there to protect and serve, who really care about the community. But just policing in general is getting kind of, we seeing it's hectic. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I know, what they go through, but it's tough.
Yeah. I
see and know what we go through, though.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's tough to be on our side.
Right. And I know it's tough for them. Like you said, we know people that's on that side of the spectrum, but all we can do is, man, just tell you guys, just be careful, man, because I can feel it coming to a head. Like, people gonna be like, enough is enough. It's just gonna be a routine stop, potentially, you know what I'm saying, ending the shootout because they don't know what type of time they on. You see what I'm saying? Like, I would hate for that to happen. And we all know police officers here. We don't want that to be, the case because somebody got a broken tail light and they get out blum. You know what I'm saying?
People say this all the time. Like, I've heard people say, like, is it really that scary to get pulled over by the police?
Fucking right.
My window in my car, I got a 2-seater. So that means I only got 2 doors, either the passenger door or my door. My driver's side window was broken. The motor was broke in it.
Right.
Been trying to get it fixed. The motor was broke on it. What happened if I get pulled over? What do I do?
Right.
I'm scared shitless to open the door.
You gotta scream out
and I'm scared shitless to leave it up.
Right.
I got tent. They might not know what the fuck going on in there.
Right.
Like, what do you do?
Right.
Like, that's something that some people, like, when you hear sometimes people on the other side or people, they don't think about that. Right. But for me,
and even
I think, like, I have a plan. I'm literally thinking, like,
of a plan.
What do I do? My philosophy for that shit was park close to the street so they'll come on my driver's side. Right. So I'm at the passenger side so I can let the window down.
Right.
Like, who the fuck? You got to have a strategy to getting pulled over. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Coming up with a plan and shit.
That shit crazy, man.
We just want to see things go in the right direction.
Rest in peace, man.
Racially. Rest in peace.
To Miss Jefferson, man. That's just, I hate to see Oh, man. That shit tough, man. That shit heavy. But we see all the time, man, our system, man, it just, it's weird. And staying on the system, man. Did y'all see a homeless man was sentenced to 15 years for possession of powdered milk that actually tested as cocaine? A homeless man in Oklahoma City was sentenced to 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to cocaine possessions. The problem with it was he was carrying powdered milk from a local nearby food pantry. Cody Gregg apparently entered a plea guilty just so he could leave the Oklahoma City jail where he was being held on a $50,000 bond. He didn't cite a specific reason, but jail has faced lawsuits over the conditions that were there. And I guess my man felt like it was overcrowding. He felt like if he just played to it, he could get off on it, even though he knew it was powdered milk. It tested for cocaine. Did y'all see this?
I saw that shit, man. That's crazy, fool. It's still hard to plead guilty on that. I'm not pleading guilty, and I know I just got some powdered milk. But
You're not right now.
To go to another jail.
I don't want to.
And I'm not trying to.
I don't want to judge him or know. I don't know anything about him, but Hootie right now probably is not doing that. But my man in his situation, homeless, don't have nowhere to go, don't have no for sure food, things like that. Maybe it's a little bit different in his situation.
And he could have been
$50,000 bond.
Mental health probably could have played a big part in that. And furthermore, he ain't finna be homeless longer.
Hell no, he gonna get big bag.
He finna be big, and you gonna have lawyers trying to knock his damn door down, trying to represent him pro bono.
Hopefully, man.
And I hope he get every dime.
And I think how does powdered milk test as cocaine?
Somebody planted that shit easy.
My man Greg was he was wilding though. My man said they was saying this ain't funny. When they said they pulled him over, my man was riding shirtless downtown Oklahoma City with his shirt off.
He pulled
when police tried to pull him over, he fled on a bike.
He got out of there. They ain't on a bike getting out of there. You think you gonna get caught,
Greg? He said my man Greg pedaled away. They was running on foot while my man was riding off on bike.
He got caught. He ain't had no turbo. Nigga had no 20 speed.
He must have had no.
He go to the gym.
He on that little girl bike.
He ran out of energy
with the little tassels on the side of that bitch.
Why that gotta be a girl bike?
With tassels?
Yeah.
I ain't never had tassels on my bike, and I just remember my sister did. That's why you had a tassel bike.
I didn't, but
Todd did.
I don't know what.
Don't bring me in it.
He trying to
don't bring me in it.
Can't get right there. That nigga ain't even here. That nigga was looking for a friend so bad.
The little tassels on the bike.
But no, the officers
get paid money.
It said basically the officers, once they finally caught up with him, they found a plastic bag of white powder, which they believe was cocaine. The substance also tested positive for cocaine based on a quick field test. I don't know how you make powdered milk cocaine, but they did. He was arrested. He pled guilty to the charges, meaning you went to court and everything for this.
So how y'all want us to believe y'all weed delizers? We're not about to believe them, old man. And you got powdered milk testing as cocaine. You don't know cocaine.
Man, the boy put that shit on that man.
Yeah,
simple,
and it was crazy. They said a Florida man, he went to jail when they found drywall when you construct dust in his car, and they said that was cocaine.
They find anything. Like I said, at the crib, they picked a rock up off the ground and said, y'all have crack. It took me and Will down by the jail. The niggas do what they want, man.
Free Hootie, my nigga. I wish I would, you know what I'm saying, had them shirts.
I'm glad I was calm, because Will was about to have us in jail, nigga. Shouts out to my dog, man. Rest in peace to my dog. But Will was about to have us in jail. He was going like, man, we ain't even do shit. I'm like, calm down, my nigga. Yeah. Just calm. They're a little different, but
yeah.
Them good old ball hog, man. Shouts out to ball hog.
Shit.
But speaking of jail,
that nigga goddamn forgot what he was supposed to do then.
Speaking of jailbirds,
this nigga whole fucking
6ix9ine, man. 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine documentary series Supervillain is announced by Showtime. Showtime has announced the upcoming release of Supervillain, a new 3-part documentary series depicting the life and crimes of cooperative rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine. According to the press release, the documentary will be based upon the 2019 Rolling Stone feature Tekashi 69, The Rise and Fall of a Hip-Hop Supervillain. That nigga, is that considered a supervillain? Y'all here for this 3-part docuseries?
I'm going to tell you something.
I don't even have Showtime.
I'm going to watch it because I think this shit going to be entertaining. The story, like if you take away the person and everything he did and you put that story on TV, that's a hell of a story. And if you think about the shit that he did, I'm not condoning what he did. I'm not saying that what he did was right or none of that shit. I'm talking about watching a movie.
That shit movie-like.
That shit, yeah. And when you think about, remember when we used to look at 6ix9ine videos, all that shit he was doing? And you like, this motherfucker, he crazy. He tripping. And he was getting away with doing all of that shit that he was doing. Not condoning it, not saying it was right. I'm talking about for entertainment and TV value, that shit probably gonna be worth looking at.
When stuff like this happen, does he get parts?
Hell
Probably
yeah.
got a hell yeah.
They used his name in it.
I don't like that.
And they said he's gonna get a part of it.
I don't like that shit.
The thing that I say about it, the thing that I don't like about it is I worry about the message that it sends to younger kids. Like, does this make younger kids go out there and start to be rebels and talk crazy and reckless to all these people and disregard for their safety and their well-being and end up in a bad situation trying to copy that model? Because we already see localized where other people try to capitalize and do little shit, dissing this person, saying that about this person, that person, just to get the attention of it.
Clout, man. It's all about clout nowadays.
Right.
So.
That's the internet right there. The motherfuckers, boy, I'm telling you.
Fucking internet never lets us down.
Boy, ever. Them niggas, they'll go and rob a nigga and put it on Facebook Live.
Yeah, and it's so crazy.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, man, we just robbed this nigga on 161st and 3rd.
Niggas crazy.
Yeah, don't nobody never come over here because we gonna rob anybody come over here.
Okay, well,
bro, you were just on live.
Right.
Like, you don't think...
Y'all saw that little snippet from Gucci interview? When he was like, he was talking about something he had told he just robbed a nigga for $50K and did some shit. But he was like, this was real shit. My very first song that I put on my first album, that shit had just happened. I real life rap that.
I believe that though. And that's
but he ain't put it on the internet like
right. And even then, you don't know that.
You don't know that's true.
For
right?
real. And then you probably robbed another street cat. Like he ain't finna go. You know,
right.
That's how
that's street law now.
Yeah, right. But that's different than what these dummies doing now.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, we in the car now. We about to ride over here on 3rd and get such and such and such and such.
That's another thing. Do y'all not find it weird that you talking to your phone?
Yeah, we talked about that before. Like,
come on, man, you sitting there holding that shit to you.
Man, it was a nigga
looking at yourself, talk to yourself.
It was a nigga in the mall today, and he was on live, just walking in there. I looked at that. I was like,
that's some weird shit.
I looked at Buddy. I was like, man. First of all, he was in the. I was walking past the store. He was going in the little bootleg jeans store. I don't know what you call them, but y'all know that shit.
They probably got glitter on their pants and shit.
With the buttons. He got buttons and shit.
Too much shit, goddamn. Bedazzled. Nigga bedazzled.
He got jewels and shit all on the pants pocket and shit. Got them picnic pants that hang down to your ankles.
They got pleather duck shoes in that bitch.
Yeah, but he was in there and he was just on live. And as I was walking past, he walking this stuff. Yeah, about to walk in here.
They be having that on fully extended. That nigga should be fully. Come on, bro. You think that's
he
cool?
might, and that dude, Buddy might be famous from around the way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
That's cool. Local celebrities don't mean shit.
But celebrities do it too. So,
well, yeah, you're right. They do.
I just find it. I don't. It's just hard for me to look at my phone and talk into it. Like I might say a quick word, and I don't know the last time that's happened.
But just to walk around in the mall on live,
I never did that.
I don't think. Well, obviously there's one person that has done this. So
yeah,
but,
I don't know if y'all saw this, but I wanted to bring it up for a specific reason. DMX been in headlines recently for making a comeback, signing Def Jam. Everything was looking on the up and up. Hootie's talked about it. We've seen him. He looks a lot better, skin-wise, health-wise. We've been talking about health tonight. DMX basically checked himself back into the rehab facility. He didn't do anything. The thing about it was, with DMX, he felt like he was in a vulnerable position, and he felt like he was about to relapse.
That's good.
And before he did it, he checked himself in.
That's good and that's hard.
That's the story that they're showing, and if that is, that's dope.
Right.
And shouts out to him for that.
I hope that is the story.
Yeah, because like we say with health, that shit ain't easy, man. Being consistent is not easy. Losing weight's not easy. Life is not easy. You see what I'm saying? And before I make a mistake or before I do wrong or go down this path of destruction, let me help myself.
Right.
I know what I'm about to do. I know what I might do. Let me check myself in. I thought that was dope.
And dealing with addiction is not easy.
It's
like
not.
that shit there, bro. Like think about this. If you addicted, like you may know somebody that's been addicted to a drug or alcohol or something. You put that shit before everything. Mm-hmm. So for him to be self-aware enough to know, I feel it. I'm about to mess up. Mm-hmm. Let me go back to where
that was
my
hard.
safe place.
And I think that was hard because I think it would have been easier for him to
go ahead and do what you do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he chose the hard right.
And it was cool because he had a lot of shows and tour dates lined up.
Right.
He basically apologized for his canceled shows and he thanks his fans for their continued support. But he just felt like he was about to go out on that edge, right. And so he had to check himself in. So if you're a fan of DMX, I've always enjoyed DMX music. I'm not mad at somebody for taking care of their self, right. Especially their mental health and their physical health in regards to drugs and stuff, because sometimes we see that people don't do that.
Right.
Agree.
They wizarded our shit back together, but we had to
voila.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Y'all didn't hear this shit, but shit almost went real bad in here.
Well, we almost had an episode.
All the way left.
Right.
All the way left.
Moving on into CGR Kelly.
Senior.
Y'all done had to delete all that shit, man. That's
hell no.
Man, y'all some hoes. Delete all that shit.
Nah, nigga. Nah, Peg.
Delete all that shit.
I ain't fucking playing with you, Peg.
Nah, nigga. Now you see how I feel when you ain't here, buddy.
Now you see how Baron feel.
You can't do nothing about it, buddy. Nigga call that nigga creepy. We call him
CGR Kelly.
CGR.
Damn, boy.
I forgot what we was talking about that, but that's what he was acting like.
Cuba Gooden Jr.
Nah, but for real, man. Creepy Cuba. Mm-hmm. God damn it. Just when you think a nigga can't get more creepier.
He did it. He found a way.
Ah!
Found a way, goddamn.
Damn, man.
That boy was full of that shit that night. That was.
Cuba Gooding Jr., man, was basically accused and hit with more sexual assault charges. He maintains his innocence. I don't know. I'm not here to put guilt or innocence, but hey, he's been alleged again.
He did that shit. And what made me do it is I saw the little Twitter clip that said, man, whatever they say he did that shit. In the clip, this nigga was on stage with a mic. And he was like, oh, you gotta suck that baby's dick. Like, come on, bro, you did it. You ain't just... What nigga has ever screamed that in the middle of a club on a mic?
You gotta suck the baby dick?
You gotta suck that baby's dick.
Wow.
That's exactly what he said.
I don't know what's going on. I just know that...
I don't mean to make light of the situation, but
exactly.
That nigga's crazy, bro. He did it.
Yeah. I'm sorry for the victims, but that nigga there.
And more women coming out every day. But like any other ones, man, treat them fairly. Meaning, if he did it, he should get prosecuted. Just like if anybody else did all of the creepy shit they did, they need to get prosecuted the same way he needs to.
Stop doing creepy shit.
Yeah.
Stop
It's
doing
a fucking weirdo, man.
Yeah, stop doing that, man.
Don't tell on yourself on the mic.
In sports, Simone Biles.
Hey.
Shout out to her, man. Let's give our queen a round of applause.
Absolutely.
Make sure they can hit a clap this week.
That nigga had them faint claps. Them niggas were clapping from a mile away.
Dez, I'm on your squad. You just saved this shit, okay?
Hey, but look, nah, fuck that.
There was them claps sound like Todd whispers.
Right.
Clap. I listen to gospel. Clap. I listen to gospel music. And I clap.
Trying to whisper that shit. Man, hey, look, I hit Dez. I say, hey, Dez. Because Dez always say, man, damn, G. You know how he talk. Damn, G. You always catch that shit. I say, hey, Dez, you know, what's up with our intro music and our claps?
Super low.
Hey, G, see what happened. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, I got it straight this week, G.
Okay. This weekend even came out yet, but okay.
But no, shouts out to Salome, man. She becomes the most decorated gymnast, male or female, ever.
Ever.
And she still got a lot of time left.
Ever.
Yeah, man.
That's
man,
super dope.
she be doing that shit.
Man,
Like, straight up, man.
Effortlessly.
So athletic. Make it look so effortless.
She be making me think I could do that shit. Like,
Go ahead.
I could do that.
Please do
Break
it.
my goddamn
And when
neck.
you
try to-
decide to go and do that shit, make sure I'm present.
See you try that shit.
You going up on the internet. I'm going to let you know that right now. We finna
I'm make sure
we
ain't
gonna
no
get famous.
cameras around.
She's so young. Man, this girl is 22 years old.
And most decorated.
Most decorated. We seen when Phelps was doing, I think by that time he was like 27 or
27,
something.
that's
this
prime.
girl was 22 years
22
old.
years
man.
old.
She picked up her 24th and 25th medal. Gold medals for both her floor routine and her balance beam.
Right.
Long held records was 23, which was set by male gymnast Vitaly Skrober. I don't know if I said that right. I probably didn't. You can give me a dummy for it. I don't care.
Dummy.
Because y'all don't know what it is. Back in
Just know that
1990s.
that ain't it.
And on Sunday, she basically eclipsed that. So I want to give a dope shout out to her, man, you know, on that big accomplishment.
That's dope.
Right.
Well deserved. I mean, we saw her break into the scene, and man, since she been on the scene, man, she been popping as an athlete.
Tear it up, young lady.
And then,
Keep going.
y'all, she came out and said, if I say I'm the best gymnast, there's a reaction saying she's like cocky or whatever. But if it's truth to it,
Yep.
is it like, you know?
I want to see her say it.
I'm with you on that
but
shit.
I think she has. I don't think she would, or has she?
That's
I
what she
hadn't
was saying.
seen
She was like, if she comes out and says it, people are going to look at her like, oh, she's cocky, she's arrogant. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, say that shit.
If you could do it in a likable way, I'm cool with it.
Fuck that. Say it how I come
Sometimes
out.
you can't come off arrogant and likable.
I know. You be like, I think I'm the best in this sport, and I give all the grace to
That's
God.
one thing that I will say that I
you know,
like about
whisper it like Todd.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, whether you hate him or love him, I feel like he's who he is. And he doesn't, I feel like Floyd don't get caught up in that social media. Like, I feel like Floyd gonna be Floyd, whatever.
Yeah.
So if she come out and say that, that's on her. Like, I've worked hard and I've done everything I need to do. And we talked about,
I don't think that would be her at this point, though.
Now, I mean, I think she's a humble, you know.
I think she's very humble,
think she
but she
do
was
her
like,
thing.
the facts are on the paper. I think it's important to teach young girls that. So that was her reason for saying it. Like if
Check out my stats, bitch.
right, like if it's not a lie, why is it being boastful?
We're dominators. Can't teach us no sport.
Hell no, you
Hey,
can't.
you want to keep a sport to yourself, you better hide it from us.
Don't let us in.
Right.
Hockey, we coming.
Shit, we already coming in
You
that.
seen Sertan?
PJ,
Sertan or
yeah,
whatever the name is.
you better
BK?
hide it from us.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
cricket, nigga, we coming.
I think that is us already, though.
Hey,
the most part.
whatever sport that you don't want us to know, you better hide that bitch from us, goddamn. Because when we figure that shit out, it's over.
You done seen it's a nigga playing rugby, but that nigga run like a 3-9 out there. That nigga,
Holding the ball
I'll
upside
tell
down.
you, that nigga be moving with
Nigga
that.
hold that
shit,
bit
bro.
like that, though.
Yeah, but shouts out to the queen, man. It's
out.
well deserved. She's been working so hard, you know, in her sport for so long.
Right.
Y'all got any comments on the LeBron and the NBA and the China thing?
Nah, it is what it is.
It's delicate.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel like, man, I say this all the time, man. Politics is a tough world, especially if you're in business. People have to make decisions between business or politics. Right. I'm not saying which side you should be on because that's for each individual person, that's subjective. Mm-hmm. But when you say somebody's not educated in something, while you're not educated on something that you're talking about,
And you comment on it.
then you kind of look silly because but again, when you say he's not educated on something, depends on what side you want to fall on. I'm talking in general, not even just Brun. You just got to be careful, man. Politics is not a world for everybody to go in, and for certain people, it's gonna affect you worse than others, man.
Right.
You know,
Big time. And the NBA is one of those. The
Right.
NBA gonna be affected
Certainly.
big time. But Silver finally came out and made a proper statement, or a statement, should I say? Basically, he came out. Adam Silver revealed that China asked the NBA to fire Rockets GM Daryl Morey for his message of support for Hong Kong protesters. Silver, who admitted that the fallout has hurt the league financially, said that he had no intention or obligation to follow up on that request. He was like, more than likely, he won't even be fined or anything because basically,
It's free
in
speech.
America, it's free.
yeah, he said it.
Like,
Silver said, "Nah, we're not firing him. We're not firing him. He has a
right.
right to speak what he wants. That's his belief, and that's fine. And we'll deal with whatever consequences come with it."
Well, it's just for the moment. Like, I don't think think about this, man. It's China. They love the NBA over there. They're not gonna be mad at LeBron James. They gonna watch Space Jam when they
They're
come
already
over there.
mad at it. They're mad.
They are
They
right
said
at the
it's
moment.
mad, but they said it's posture. That at the end of the day,
It's
you're
LeBron.
gonna
posture.
love it.
They're using leverage right now, but it's not gonna stick. Again, that's what I saw and read, like Todd said.
Trending.
But that shit's complicated, man, and
It's so many different sides.
there's
to it.
many
You know,
layers to it.
Right.
But sometimes, if you don't know, stay out.
just shut up.
All right.
He was missing. He wasn't educated on the situation. And it's okay to say, and neither am I. So I'll reserve my comment.
Like if you ask me a question like, "Hey, I'm here to play basketball. It's unfortunate what's going on. I don't know. I don't know enough details to. I have a lot of ignorance to the situation. I don't want to speak on nothing I don't know about."
Right.
Do you think that comes from sometimes when you hear things like "shut up and dribble"? That you try not to just shut up and dribble. You try to comment on things that sometimes you maybe shouldn't.
Yeah, and Brun is smart. He's a smart guy. I don't think shut up and dribble is correct for Brun. But I will say that don't get tricked just because people tell you shut up and dribble. Still don't speak on something if you don't fully know
Right.
what you're saying. And we said it all the time. Let me get more information and then we'll move on. I want to give another shout out to the GOAT, my GOAT. He might not be on your list, but he's my GOAT. Michael
Jeffrey.
Jordan. He's funded a clinic to serve patients with little to no health insurance. Basically, the six-time NBA champion and Charlotte Hornets owner, Michael Jordan, unveiled the first of its first two medical clinic that has that he funded in North Carolina City. It didn't really say. I think it was in Charlotte.
Yeah.
But that basically the facility will serve residents, including underinsured or uninsured patients. It's going to be it opened this Thursday.
Yeah, it already served 300 patients already.
Yeah. It's the Novak Health Michael Jordan Family Medical Clinic. Goddamn, long ass name. And Jordan basically gave an emotional speech. Basically saying, as you can see, it's a very emotional thing for him to be able to give back to a community that supported me for over the years, he said, with tears on his cheeks. I say this, and I say this all the time. I think that for those who have, and even if you don't have, sometimes giving is the most humbling thing that you can do.
Facts.
Sometimes giving is the most rewarding thing you can do. It's nothing like giving. And so for Jordan to do this, he catches a lot of flack. We know a lot of people who give Jordan a hard time, saying, "Well, what is Jordan doing?" And we don't always know.
I'm gonna call you out.
I wasn't thinking about just him can't get right over there. All right, don't get in that fight. You know, Barron got a list of smoke.
Oh, I ain't throwing shots though. It's just
I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of people that do give Jordan a hard time for not doing what you think he should be doing.
Anything for
but
the people.
this is dope for what it is that he is doing. So shouts out to Jordan on that.
It's never going to be enough of these people-pleasing ass, wannabe ass philanthropists out here.
Get into it.
People
Yeah.
pleasing.
Right.
Good job at the GOAT.
Fuck them folks, man.
Keep on
Keep
goat.
doing your thing. Yep. That's goating.
College football in full swing, man. Who y'all got? The Heisman, we seen it. Jalen been at the top of the list for the longest. He's no longer at the top now. I think Joe Burrow just took over that new top spot, man. Hurt, Burrow tour.
Hurt Burrow tour. No guy. The guy from Ohio State not on there.
Fields. He's on there.
Peon, that nigga ain't played nobody.
Who?
If things keep going the way they're going, it's probably gonna be Tua. I would think Tua as far as numbers go, but I would hope it's Joe. But I think Tua.
I think Jalen. Jalen, he's been phenomenal so far. So.
I want to see it to be Jalen.
Jalen
just because of his story.
Right.
Yeah.
He was humble. He didn't throw no fits.
Right.
He helped out Tua. He showed, a high degree of confidence while he sat there even behind somebody when he might have been deserving. He didn't throw, he didn't turn around and transfer when he could have. He waited it out.
Right.
And I feel like he deserves everything he gets. And that'll just be a picture-perfect story. But having said that, man, Fields is a monster, man.
Yeah.
And Fields probably so glad he got out of Georgia because that offense, Ohio State, fits him way much better than...
Yeah, that Georgia offense is super boring.
Yeah, man.
Super boring.
They look like the same Mark Richt offense.
Mm-hmm. That should have been his first choice.
And Tua is a monster. I like Tua, too.
He got them weapons, too, though.
Like, that offense is super hard.
The boy taking
Oklahoma
slants to the
got
house.
weapons, boy. You ever see...
CD Lamb. He the truth.
The coldest receiver in the country, I think.
The thing about Jalen, he been through all that, man. He's still mellow. He's still calm. He still works hard. He's still treated like he's never won or had anything.
And the most important one, he ain't lost but 2 games in his fucking career as a collegiate athlete.
That's
Even
true.
still.
A winner.
2 games.
Even still.
He's a winner.
Keeps winning.
That
Keep
is
on
crazy.
winning, young man.
So who you got? So far, just right now. It might change next week. Who you got?
Today, Burrow, because I didn't expect that.
Hurts. Yeah.
I'm going to go Hurt.
All of them fair. All fair. And it's crazy, fool. They said they had a bad game because he only had 4 touchdowns. I think.
That shit crazy.
Oh, Taylor was the other one.
Yeah,
that nigga that
He
cold.
was getting 4 or 5 touchdowns at the half.
If he can do that on Ohio State and they come out with a win,
I think they beat Ohio
that might
State.
shoot them to the top.
I think they'll beat
They
Ohio State.
defense cold.
They
Wisconsin
feed
defense.
his ass.
Wisconsin running back is who we talking about.
5
Taylor.
Shut up.
Tough.
Mm-hmm.
They feeding him, boy.
Yes,
They giving him that bitch.
They ain't even feeding him like that, though.
No, he don't have a whole lot of carries.
He just super productive on the ones he get.
Man.
Wisconsin keep running back.
They keep one.
Every year.
They keep one.
I was looking at this list. It go all the way back. Y'all may not remember this, but it go all the way back to Brent Moss. That was 1992 or 93.
I think I started
Brent
noticing
Moss.
that
Brent
Run
Moss
Dane.
went to Terrell Fletcher. Terrell Fletcher went to Run Dane, I think.
There was somebody after Run
Mike
Dane.
Davis.
Yeah.
Man, it just went. Anthony
many
Davis.
of them.
I mean, it went just on. Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can name them niggas, man. Shit, man. My man ain't
Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon, man.
yeah.
It go on and on. Them niggas done had running backs.
That boy there, Melvin Gordon had like 500-yard rush in one game at Wisconsin. Fool.
That nigga went nuts at Wisconsin.
Boy, that fool had 500 in the game.
They keep a running back. But shouts out to them, man. Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dumb some bitch.
Dumbass dummy.
Stupid some bitch.
Nursing home workers arrested for running an elderly fight club between dementia patients.
Dumbasses.
3 North Carolina caretakers were arrested and charged with assault when they basically set up a fight club in an elderly home, man. We talked about this before. We had some dummies on here before who had a daycare fight club for kids. Now you motherfuckers want to turn around and have an elderly fight club.
They must be related. Dummy related.
Basically, it was a 20-year-old, a 26-year-old, and all a 32-year-old. You dumb fuck. You should have known better.
All age brackets.
They worked at the Danby House, assisted living facility, in which they basically took Alzheimer's patients and set up a fight club between them. I don't know why they thought that this was going to be smart. You would think the 32-year-old would know better than to set up some type of fight club, but clearly she's not, which is why she's on our dummy of the fucking week.
She a dummy.
But all 3 of them are some special-ass dummies. Did y'all see this shit, and what do y'all think?
I saw that stupid shit, and they stupid as shit. I'll say dummy shit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, fool. Like, and that shit actually put me in like a deeper train of thought. Like, when my parents get older, if I have to go that route, how comfortable would I be doing that shit? And Answer is not at all, man, because you hear that shit like this too often. The motherfuckers just stupid.
My grandma got dementia at this very moment. You stupid bitch. You should not be, like, what do people be thinking, bro?
Hopefully they in a fight club right now.
I really hope so. Like, I hope you don't make bun. I hope all that shit is, just negated for you.
They got a bond already, unfortunately. It was low, too.
How much the bond?
It was lower than $1,000, I want to say.
Shit. Man, probably got out the same day.
Yeah, they're already out. They're out.
And that's trash.
All right.
But yeah, I thought it was trash, man. Like to be setting up a fight club, man. These people are elderly. They at the, you're supposed to go there and get taken care of. You paying good money for these people to be there. Don't do them folks like that, man. And I hope you get everything that's coming to you. And for that's why you are the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Dumbass, fucking ass dummy. Other than that, man, what else did we miss? Did we miss anything? Did y'all miss Can't Get Right? What
Hell
up?
no.
He was on that, I hope this podcast bad so I can say I'm needed. It wasn't.
He'd have been slobbing and slurring by now.
He gonna swear this shit was so trash.
That trash ass episode. Todd ain't do his job.
I need it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he gonna say. You know he gonna pick on Todd. He gonna pick on nobody.
I don't understand it, man. I don't know what the obsession is, man.
Or maybe he gonna pick on me now that I said that. You never know.
Probably so, Hootie.
You never know.
Nah, he probably ain't gonna say nothing to you, though. You know what I'm saying? I think he's scared of you.
I know he can't stick
He's
to
scared
that
of
lie.
He's scared of who?
No, I don't think so. He's
Scared
too
of who?
stupid to be scared of anybody. He's retarded. You know what I'm saying?
He's scared of people.
But now he can't say that I haven't missed an episode. I was on every episode.
I was on every episode, which now this is your second one.
He was almost on this
I
one.
only missed one.
But he was almost on this one, but thanks to
No,
Young
he wasn't. It
Dizzle.
wasn't even close.
Thanks to Young Dizzle. You know what I'm saying?
Dad saves the day.
Me and Daz had this happen. But nah, for real. Anything we missed, anything,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My little brother's birthday is actually now. Today's the 19th.
Young Tizzle.
Yeah. The 19th.
Shout out my little nigga Calvin.
That nigga 40.
But you gotta, you can't say Kevin, you got Calvin. Calvin. Shout out to young Calvin.
K-E-L-M.
Young T-O-double-D.
Lil
He
Todd.
way live. If you don't know who Lil Todd is, he way liver than Big Todd.
That's what
Believe that.
this nigga.
I ain't never saw you in Vegas with your shirt open.
Man. Boy, my boy showed you how to invade Vegas. Shout out to Young Todd.
And that
man.
nigga went by
happy
himself,
birthday, Young
boy.
Tizzle. Other than that, man, Biggie and Whitney, possibly inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Luda, shouts out to him. He launched a music program at Georgia State. That's gonna be dope. We was gonna talk about our hip hop top 10. Can't Get Right Now here, man. We're gonna respect my dog. You know what I'm saying? We'll bring that back next week. Classic coming up, man. The Magic City Classic, man. We talked about this last year, man. Between the Alabama State Hornets and the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. It's a big thing here in Alabama, man.
I'm getting active.
Happened the last week of October. It's a lot of events going on.
Yeah.
If y'all gonna be in them streets, be safe, man. Respect one another. Have a good time.
Right.
Man.
And
We
if
just
you
here
see
to
a
celebrate.
dummy outside, with a
Recognize the
dummy,
dummy.
holla at us.
And add us so we can be the
Recognize
so we
the
can put them
dummy
on
when
the
you see
dummy
a
of the week.
Right. You see a
Other than
dummy.
that, man, anything else y'all want to add? Anything else we want to put on?
Go Blazers. UAB homecoming.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
UAB homecoming. And as always, man, we want to say thank you to all our listeners and our fans, man. Our website is coming up. We've been working with the managers at our warehouse. We do have a warehouse that's gonna house all of our stuff. A real warehouse, like a real warehouse.
real
in a
shit, yeah.
Whole nother city. We've been communicating with them.
We are now business owners.
Yeah,
we
we're big business owners. So
bitch,
shouts out to that. It'll be coming. Other than that, we'll be back next week like we never left. Because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
If stock don't delete us.
You bitch you.
I think I did.
Mama, I made it.
Okay, get right, go get your ass, nigga. Don't worry about it.
Hands up.
Dummy.